music. We are officially live. So, that's good. The big problem now is going to be checking the audio balance.
Okay, so I've already messed up the link.
Okay, so that's impressive. This is already kind of a shit show, but that's fine.
Here we go. That's the link. Okay.
Good job. You found link.
All right. I should probably have us open in a browser now that I have located the link to my own stream that I'm on.
Yeah, and maybe check our audio balance while I do.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. We'll be starting here in just a moment.
But in the meanwhile, we'll kind of
hello.
flail around amateurishly as
Hello,
one
Henri.
does.
Welcome to the stream. I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit so it's not as overwhelming. 6X Alert says tree emoji. Yes, tree emoji. Things are a little bit hacky on the back end today, which is why we're having so much... we're doing a bit of live troubleshooting, trying to get our...
Both of our mics are on the same audio channel for reasons unclear to us.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked, is what it is. But that's fine. This was kind of like an not ad hoc thing, last minute thing, so that's fine. I can't wait to learn about Lord of the Rings. So, how many rings does he have?
So
Hello, cat agent.
how?
Okay, so if he's a Lord of the Rings, depending on what kind of rings they are, I assume the maximal number of rings, right? It's like 10, right? One for each finger. I feel like I'm on the right track here.
Close. There were 20 rings.
How's audio working for everyone in chat, by the way? If everything sound good? Can you hear us both? And can you hear the music, but not obtrusively? We've got our best audio engineer checking it as well, but, you know, always helps to hear it from y'all, too. Hello, Grand Cheater. Ant. Oh, ents.
Ents.
Yeah,
That's
start
why
with
it's a
those.
tree emoji.
What are those?
They're tree guys. They're cool.
Okay, that's cool.
They go slow.
Big fan of tree folk.
They don't need to go fast. They're
They
trees.
have defense that is generally higher than their attack power.
Exactly. I hope they carried that over for this set.
Probably. Oh, that's not the right one. There we go. Look, you see the sushi setup.
I've accidentally hidden chat.
Okay, don't do that.
I brought it back.
Okay. What music? This is the Misericord soundtrack, Volume 1.
You should play Misericord.
You should absolutely go get Misericord if you haven't yet. We are playing it on the channel right now as well, and it is a delight.
It's about nuns having a bad time.
It's about nuns having a bad time. Anyway, what we've got here. Oh, that's actually farther off camera than I thought.
Why don't I have ad block on fucking
Whatever.
Firefox?
I'm not prepping the fucking space anymore. This is what it looks like. This is what you get. We've got some packs here of Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. Look at that. Got a whole box of them.
Indeed.
We're probably not going to go through both boxes in one stream just because we're... If you haven't been here, last time we did an opening stream, we tend to do these very slowly.
I suddenly see no Oh no, there we go. It's better.
We're a lot more about like discussing the cards, mechanics, and lore than we are trying to like chase rares and stuff. So, you know, it'll be fun though.
We're mostly here so I can force Eskay to listen to me info dump about a series of books that Eskay does not care about in any way, shape, or form.
Nailed it. Look at that. Nailed it. You have permission to use other pronouns, and only you. All right, so let's get right into it. Hello, Italulu says they literally just had cheap market sushi. Nice.
I wish I had cheap market sushi.
I wish I do too. We can solve this afterward. We can order sushi. Anyway, let's start with this. This is the box topper, right? So all the boxes, the set boosters at least, come with one of these things. I believe this is specifically a skinned card, right?
Yeah, they did token reskins of a bunch of artifacts and lands. So I'm curious what we find in here.
Me too.
Physical gotcha enjoyers. I hate that that's true.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's true, but like we don't really do that. Like the last time we did this a year ago, right, for New Capenna because the set looked kind of cool. Yeah, this isn't like what our channel's going to be. but it's fun to have it as an option. Anyway, let's see what we get for our box topper. It is foil.
Three rings for the Elven Kings.
Wow.
Oh, it's Rings of Brighthearth. I love that card. Sick. This is going straight into a deck.
Whenever you activate an ability, that isn't a mana ability, you can pay 2. Oh, right. Rings of Brighthearth. Right. Yeah. That is really cool. 3 rings for the Elven Kings. I don't know what that means.
So
What is that referring to?
the Rings of Power, there were a bunch of them. They got distributed to various people. Supposedly, it was supposed to be this benevolent thing of all these powerful rings that let you do magical shit.
Yeah.
And there were 19 publicly made, 3 of them for elves, 7 for dwarves, 9 for men.
That's too many rings. Okay.
The one ring was the secret 20th,
Okay.
and it had the power to control and corrupt all the others.
3 out of 20 rings
Yeah,
down.
exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
So the elves got 3 of them, and
Yep.
they used them to, protect their elfy lands and so on, be wonderfully magical, but they're ever at threat of if Sauron gets his hand on the one ring,
Okay.
bending everyone to their control like he did to humans.
That sounds mean. Why? Okay. Why wouldn't they just not give the evil guy rings? That sounds like step.
He wasn't known to be evil yet.
Gotcha. Okay, so if you don't like how I open packs, by the way, tough. It's pretty artless, I know. Okay, what do we get here? All right, we start with a human soldier token.
All right.
That's pretty neat. We got a relentless. What does that say?
Rohirrim.
Rohirrim.
The Riders of Rohan.
Is that what they are? I
Yeah.
don't know what this is. Someone help me.
The Kingdom of Rohan, also known as the Rittermark.
Oh, it's foil too.
They were a kingdom that was famed for their cavalry and riders, known as Rohan to the Gondor folks, and they're one of the good factions over the course of the trilogy that ultimately band together and deposed Sauron.
That's kind of neat.
If I remember correctly, they're in the north of Gondor, and the Horse Mastery, the civilization.
That's really cool.
With all the things that we know from epic video game Horsemaster.
So yeah, that makes sense to me. We also started off with 2 other rares as well. We got a foil
Damn.
and then 2 other rares in the front of the pack.
Oh,
We
hell
got
yeah.
Fall of Care Andros. Here.
Okay, so I'm going to have to look that up because I don't remember what the fuck a Care Andros is supposed
What this
to be.
does, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage. Excess non-combat damage. Okay, that's a weird qualifier. Amass Orcs X where X is the excess damage. Okay, so excess damage. How do you do excess non-combat damage? What is... the creature is dealt excess non-combat. And I had it in my mind it was the player. Okay, so if you're overkilling, got it. And then the overkill turns into orcs for your army. That makes sense to me. Hello, Rami Remy.
What's up?
Say TCG or gotcha, but do they give you hot JPEGs? The answer is yes. Yeah, they do, in some sets.
Okay, so Care Andros.
Yep.
It was a fortified island that was in the river that they were trying to keep the Mordor troops from crossing and
Makes
so
sense.
on. And in the middle of what was going on, it fell. Sauron sent a bunch of orcs and stuff over, and the island got overrun, and suddenly they had free run of the place and were no longer stuck on the other side of a river.
Cameron is not cooperating with us today.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Anyway, that's Care Andros.
We don't actually need to see these. No, we don't actually care. What is this? Minus Trinth.
Minas Tirith.
Minas Tirith. I don't know what that means. Those are words.
Minas Tirith is a cool place.
What does this do anyway? It will not cooperate. See, this is why we don't do this very often. Here we go.
This fucking camera. We
This
need
fucking
a
camera.
we need a camera that is better.
Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Okay. Tap, add white. One white, tap, draw a card. Activate only if you attack with 2 more creatures. That's actually pretty good. I would put that in my mono white deck because my mono white deck has such a hard time with card draw. Mono white card draw is impossible to deal with. Oh, there it goes. It's cooperating now.
There we go. So Minas Tirith is the capital city of Gondor.
Cool.
And is one of the titular twin towers of the Twin Towers.
I see.
The other tower was over on the other side, and Mordor got it. So
That's cool.
yeah.
We do have an Oliphant as well. This is full art. These packs are nice. What the hell? The set boosters have like really good stuff in them. Is that just an elephant? Just
Yeah.
an elephant. That's
an
cute.
Oliphant.
What? That's really cute. I like them.
Who doesn't like Oliphants?
Right. What is this? Elrond. I know the name of this guy. He
From
was
Scientology.
He was in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Elrond Hubbard, author of Battlefield Earth.
Yeah.
Whenever this guy or another creature enters the battlefield and you control, scry 1. If the second time this ability results, the ring tempts you. The ring tempts you. That's the new set mechanic, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's cool. So what is Elrond's deal? He's an elf?
Yeah. Yeah. He's the Lord of Rivendell. Rivendell being one of the
Elf land. Agent Smith. Right, that's who it is. I do remember like way back in the day watching the films like the not the original. The 2001
Yeah,
films? Yeah. Agent Smith. Yeah, that's who
Yep.
it is. That guy.
Yeah, hidden elven settlement that Sauron can't get to, guarded by elven magic and so on.
Sauron's the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
That helps me.
Elrond was in charge of
Forces
Rivendell.
of the Bruinen. Remember, the 2 dark creatures, they're on his hand. Scry 1, the ring tempts you. So the ring tempting
Okay.
you is something that, like, it kind of, it's not an emblem, but it's something that, like, ticks up serially over time, and you get different effects. You get a ring bearer. Only packs you got are free, 1 for entering a weekly, and 1 using store credit got for entering a weekly for Yu-Gi-Oh! Hell yeah.
Oh, this I totally forgot about. This one.
The Bruinen?
Yeah, the Bruinen is a big ass river.
Okay.
It's a big ass river.
Big ass river.
And
got it.
I forgot. I was looking at this and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Despite the fact I was literally just rewatching the movie and saw this scene and forgot about it. So Frodo almost gets captured by the fucking Nazguls right at the beginning. He's fleeing them on horseback and losing, and makes it to this river.
Okay.
Yeah. And Elrond uses elven magic to release this big fucking flood in the form of horses made of water charging down the river.
Oh, that's cool.
And it doesn't kill the Nazgul because they're fucking undead ring wraith atrocities, but it does kill all their horsies, so they can't keep following until they get new horsies.
Oh, nice. I'm assuming
Too bad for their horsies.
Yeah. I'm guessing the flavor text on these are all pulled from the books as well. What is that? Ent Drought Basin. So, what? X, tap, put X, put a 1/1 counter on darker creature power X, activate. Oh, that's kind of neat.
So, if I remember correctly, this is after Marion. Oh, sorry.
This is also flavorful for tree folk specific because it's always going to be cheaper on tree folk since their power is usually cheaper than their toughness.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So if I remember correctly, this is after Merry and Pippin get separated from everybody else and captured, and then they escape, and then they make their way to the tree folk.
Got it. I don't know who any of these people are, but I trust you.
You don't know who Merry and Pippin are? They're 2 of the 4 main hobbits.
Pippin. Okay, they're 2 of the 4 main hobbits?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're Frodo's buddies.
They're Frodo's. Okay. Frodo's got a lot of buddies in the film is the thing.
They drink the Ent draft, and they end up becoming the tallest hobbits in history because of it.
Ent draft makes you tall. Got
Yeah,
it.
it does.
Oh, so that's why it puts 1/1 counters on you. That makes sense. What's next here? Easterling Vanguard. And when it dies, amass orcs 1. So amass orcs being like the kind of what Sauron was like what? Black, red, blue colors?
Yeah. Sauron was
that's
Sultai.
kind of the mechanic for the Sultai part of this set.
So the Easterlings were
we're getting more on these guys.
Yeah.
All right.
They were a different civilization of humans that fell under Sauron's domination and fought on Sauron's side in the War of
Oh, you're
the
right. Oh,
Ring.
because this guy's a human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I see it.
So Sauron's forces weren't all the orcs and Nazgul and monstrous folks. He had taken humans under his sway as well.
Got it.
And these are some of them.
That's cool. The Eskay of the King. I do 4 white tap. Creatures you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Building costs 2 less if you out-control a legendary creature. Okay.
Where now the
Esquire.
horse and the rider?
Esquire of the king. Which king?
The king of the Rohirrim.
Okay.
So that's what. That's oh god, I'm forgetting the fucking names. Is it? It's not Aoden. No.
How do you not know this? You
Because
are
it's been forever.
you are the person who's supposed to be explaining this all to me, so I
Yeah.
can fully enjoy my Magic the Gathering product. By mine, I mean yours.
Eomund, right? No. No? I forget who the fuck the king... Eomund was first Marshal of the Mark. Okay, it's wiki. It's wiki time.
Thank you, Wiki. You
It's
also got
wiki
some
time.
blue knights. This will go well with your mom decks. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on it. Okay.
The fuck is Dal Amroth? I don't know that one either.
Dal-
We're getting behind. We're getting
You
behind
don't know
my
Dal Amroth?
We're getting behind my
How
ability
do you
to look
not
shit up on the
know
wiki.
Dal Amroth?
A feudal principality forming part of the kingdom of Gondor in the southern reaches of that realm. Thank you, one wiki. to rule them
Everyone
all.
knows Dal Amroth. I don't know how you can fuck that one up. The Duendon Blade. I don't know what that means, but it's a tiny little equipment thing that's better for humans. It's kind of neat.
Duh. Theoden was king of Rohan.
It's kind of cute.
There we go.
We got a mountain. Not one of the fancy ones. I like the way the map mountains, the map lands look. Those are very cool. And then what is this? Oh, an art card. We got an art card of
Stuff.
Wow.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what that. Oh, that's probably upside down. There. Oh, that makes more sense visually.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. What is it? Sauron the Necromancer. Well, there you go. Oh, that mountain is foily too. Okay. These are cool. Are they what you were hoping for?
Yeah.
Is this the kind of deep lore that makes you happy looking at this stuff?
Rami Rimi says LOTR lore seems so expansive that it's intimidating.
Yeah,
that's exactly why I'm into it.
That's part of why also I'm like, Got the Elven Council precon and whoever Galadriel is, she's pretty. I saw that one. That's the one that's voting matters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really cool. I don't know how like deep of a mechanic it's gonna be, but there's other voting cards outside that deck. I too love stuff. Who doesn't love stuff?
I just really appreciate it when a fictional work has such a ridiculous amount of lore and backstory to it that it far outstrips the ability to ever capture it in said fictional work.
I'll put just the rares up there and the foils I'll put in the pile to sort later. All right, let's see what we got here. We've got an orc army. Look at these guys.
Oh, hey. Yep.
That's an army of orcs.
Oh, the White Hand as well.
The White Hand? What's the White Hand?
Yeah, so those were some specific orcs
So
that
okay.
Saruman had cooked up.
So, hold on. You've said both Saruman and there's also a Sauron.
Yeah, Saruman is a wizard. He's a different guy.
Okay, so okay, you understand my confusion though.
No.
They sound
nothing alike.
okay. So
One of them has an extra syllable.
got it. All right, awesome. That's just great. Moving along from that guy, we got the Took Reaper. This looks like the foil for this pack. I guess we get a guaranteed foil in the packs. When Took Reaper dies, the ring tempts you. Oh, don't tempt me, ring. And our rare is Lost Isle Calling. Whenever you scry, put a verse counter on Lost Isle Calling. 4 blue and exile it. Draw a card for each verse counter on it. And then if it had 7 more verse counters on it, take an extra turn. Okay, so it's like some scry support. That's cool. What is Lost Isle?
This is, in fact, from a song. Legolas sings a song about longing for the sea, and it begins with that line at the bottom of
To the sea, to the sea.
Yeah.
So this is a fictional thing within the universe of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's silly.
I believe the Lost Isle is the Lonely Isle.
Okay.
Which I don't remember context about.
But it's based on a song.
Yeah.
Which is why, okay, so it's like you keep singing it, the longer you sing it for, the more, okay, that makes sense. That's kind of cool. And we also got another rare, Saradoc, Master of Buckland. Who's this? Halfling Citizen. Whenever Saradoc or another non-token creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 white halfling creature token. Have 2 other untapped halflings you control. Saradoc has +2/+0, gains lifelink. Okay, so the hobbits are are presented as halflings within the magic. That's the creature type they're
Yeah.
given. Okay. So who is Saradok?
So I forget. I know that he must be one of the Brandy Bucks, right?
Domi says, I think the thing I like most about this says that's closer to the books than movies. That's the impression I seem to have gotten from it, yeah.
Oh, he was Mary's dad.
Okay, so he's... Alright, does he do anything else in the books, or he's just there?
He's around. He's I don't know that he plays any big climactic event, but he's an important guy in the Shire. He's the master of Bucklands, and he's there.
Okay, cool. He's there. It's really interesting that there's a lot of cards for people that are just there.
There's a lot of folks who are there.
We got a full art version of Gothmog, Morgul Lieutenant.
Such a good name.
When Gothmog enters the battlefield, amass orcs 1. Yep, there you go. Creature tokens you control of Death Touch. That's kind of neat. Frightening orcs. What we got
That's
over
a
here?
specific orc.
Oh, I know this guy. I know this
Oh,
one.
Okay, now we're on to Gollum.
Gollum.
I will skip Gothmog lore since I didn't remember it anyway.
That's fine. The Bucks are important in retaking the Shire. They needed to take it back? Okay. So this guy... let me tell you what I know about this guy right here.
Yeah.
So this guy, he wants the ring.
Yeah.
But Frodo's like, no, I got the ring.
Yeah.
It's my ring.
Yeah.
So he kind of like follows him around and is like, I want the ring. And Frodo's like, nah.
His precious and so on.
His precious. Okay, cool.
He was corrupted by ring magic and lived to be old as fuck and wanted the ring back.
Oh, so he's an old hobbit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I just thought Gollum was a fucking Gollum. I didn't realize he was like...
No, he's a hobbit. His name was Smeagol, but it isn't anymore.
Got it.
And he was one of the folks who owns the One Ring.
Yeah.
And it's fucked him up real bad. And
I believe it.
yeah, bad time for him.
How about this guy right here? I know this guy. This is
Hey, it's
this
Sam.
Is this the guy who wanted second breakfast? Or was he talking about potatoes? Is that?
But what about second breakfast? I forget who
Is
said
this
the second
boil
breakfast
him, mash him,
line.
stick him in a stew guy?
No,
I know
Pippin was the second breakfast
Pippin
line.
was the other one. Okay, I don't know the difference. Samwise the Stout-Hearted. Wait. Okay. Flash, when he enters the battlefield, choose up to one target permanent card in your graveyard that's put there from the battlefield this turn. Return it to your hand to the ring to... Oh, so he's like, hold on, no, don't worry, I got you, bro.
Yep.
Okay. Sam! Give it up in chat for Sam.
Frodo's best buddy.
BFFs. Oh, this is cool. The Tale of Tinivale.
I don't know what the fuck
This one is a
so I'm gonna have
saga.
to look that up.
Target creature you control gain. So the first verse, target creature you control gains indestructible for as long as you control this. Second verse, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. The third one, up to 2 target creatures you control each gain lifelink until end of turn. I really like... I think sagas are one of the coolest additions to MTG over the past couple years. Like, they are really cool. The Tale of... So, is that like another in-universe fictional story?
This is...
Sam and Frodo, very good friends. They fucked on that mountain. Halfling Horror is a great word bundle. It gives me vibes that range from indie goth band to problematic AO3 fanfic title.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So this one isn't necessarily from Lord of the Rings proper. I think it's mentioned in it, but it's like separately in the Silmarillion or something, I think.
The
other
Silmarillion is like the
collected stories.
the appendix, right? Or
all sorts of other previous mythology before that time and so on.
Good God.
But Tinuviel, also known as Luthien, was supposed to be a really beautiful elf who fell in love with a mortal guy.
Uh-huh.
And
That'd be okay.
It didn't ultimately end super well for them. They both died, but they were valiant and won a Silmaril and so on, and got to be together. And yeah, So
All right.
valiant but tragic romance and so on. Yep.
I'm cool with that. Sam's desperate rescue. He's got the same blue sword he had on the other card. Does he have a blue sword? He had a blue sword on his other card.
That's a good question. I forget
on.
if he
See-
got
see,
a
look,
special
look.
sword.
Boom, look at that. Blue sword. Blue sword, blue sword.
I forget if he
What's
got
the
a
deal with the
special
blue sword? I am a blue sword truthist.
Oh,
here.
he uses a...
Return a creature card from a graveyard to your hand, and then the ring tempts you. Okay, so his desperate rescue is literally he comes in to save someone and bring it. He does a lot of that. That's like the second card of his out of 2 we've had so far that is flavored around saving something.
Yeah. Frodo would definitely not have made it to the end of the story without Sam around to save his ass.
Okay, that's cool. It's Frodo's blue sword? It's Frodo's blue sword.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't think Sam got a special one because Frodo got Sting.
Oh, so this is Sting
Oh!
from the police?
There's a specific incident where Sam rescues him with Sting.
Got it. Sam having the blue sword is a specific moment when they took it to save Frodo. Got it. It glows blue when orcs are around. Okay, so it doesn't all. It's like a orc dowser. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's an orc detector.
Now for wrath. Now for ruin. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. They gain vigilance till end of turn, and then the ring tempts you. Now for wrath. Now for ruin. I don't know what that's from, but it sounds like it's from like a. It's like a war cry, I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Breaking of the Fellowship. Target creature an opponent controls deals damage equal to its power to another target creature that player controls. The ring tempts you. I was going to say that sounds like a green ability, but no, that's red because it's the opponent's creature that's doing it. Breaking the Fellowship. Oh, no. So this is when they get all like... They're all like uppity about the ring, right? They're all like, no, hold on, I want the ring. No, I want the ring.
Yeah, specifically...
No, I want the ring.
Specifically... Boromir
Yeah, okay.
is specifically the guy who gets like, yeah, I've been won over by its power. I need to take it and so on, and it doesn't work.
Mr.
So,
Tolkien was really, really worried about how greed corrupts people, wasn't he?
oh yeah.
The ring tempts you a lot, huh? Yeah, that's the mechanic of the set.
Yep.
We haven't gotten the helper card for it. I don't actually haven't. We might get it in place of a token in one of these, and we can go over it when we get those. But
We probably will. But yeah, that's Boromir trying to take the ring.
I see.
And he fails, and the hobbits leave, specifically Frodo and Sam. Boromir sacrifices his life in repentance, though, to save the other hobbits
Okay.
from a bunch of orcs. And at that point, everything is fucked because Frodo and Sam fucked off on their own to flee. Merry and Pippin got captured, and the other folks remaining are like, okay, now we got to scramble to figure out what to do.
I see.
So,
have any of them considered that they could just like pile in a minivan and get there in like a week?
I know, right? But like the whole thing with fucking Gandalf flying around on an eagle, why don't they just get on the eagle and
Right?
fly over and just drop the ring in from a high altitude?
Galadrim Guide. When I enter Battlefield, scry 2. All right.
I shall lead you, and the paths are smooth and straight.
Oh, look, we got one of the full art basics.
I love that. That's
These
a
are
great
pretty.
planes.
These are very
it's the
pretty.
Shire up top.
The Shire.
Yay.
That is very cool.
I like that a lot.
I like the idea behind these so much. They don't do anything for me personally because I don't like have any connection to the world, but like I can appreciate like visually that these are very cool. We also got an art card. This art card is of Possibility.
They sure love printing Thrill of Possibility.
They really do. This is like the third variant of this we'll have in like however many days. Because we were playing some Jumpstart earlier, and they love putting that card in Jumpstart.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll run into another one. All right. Onward and upward. With the very menacing Misericord music in the background. I should have put on the Lord of the Rings OST. Why didn't I do that? That's like... Man, these packs do not want to open nicely.
What is that?
Magic minigame, the Battle of Hornburg. I do not.
What the fuck?
They
They make mini games now.
They do. They've been doing these in packs and in place of token cards for some time. I don't care. The only Magic minigame I care about is Forgetful Fish.
All right.
Foray of Orcs. This is our foil. Mass Orcs 2. When you do, it deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls or X to the number of Master Army's power. Nice.
Fairly self-explanatory.
Sauron's Ransom.
Haha.
Choose an opponent. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Separate them into a face-down pile and a face-up pile. Put one into your hand, the other into your graveyard. The ring tempts you. Oh, this is like fact or fiction?
Yeah, but different.
Wouldn't they get you hit with copyright? Yeah, okay, that's probably why we didn't do it. That's why we didn't do it. That and only that reason. So, Sauron holds someone for ransom at some point?
Yeah, if I remember correctly. No, I don't remember correctly, so we're going to rely on the wiki. It's before the big battle where the good guys win. Spoiler alert.
Wow, the good guys won?
But the Mouth of Sauron is basically his ambassador dude who's going around to do negotiations and so on in the war.
Got it.
And he's got a hold of like Sam's sword and some of Frodo's shit.
Oh,
and
well,
is
that's
like,
not good.
hey, you guys, I got your hobbits, and
Gotcha.
y'all need to all surrender and go away, and like stop fighting us ever, and you'll all have to swear fealty to us and so on.
Damn.
And
just to get their hobbits back.
Yeah. And of course, they don't do this because why would you?
Yeah, that seems like...
Why would you do that? There's no way Sauron is going to keep up his end of the bargain.
We got a full art of Rosie Cotton of South Lane. She enters the battlefield, create a food. Whenever you create a food, put a 1/1 counter on her.
She seems very cool, and I'm excited to try her and stuff.
She seems kind of neat. I like her. She's got a frying pan there. Looks like she's ready to mess someone up.
Yeah.
I like the cut of her jib. So I guess she's just a hobbit that appears at some point.
She ends up marrying Sam.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Not according to all the fan fiction I've read.
Yeah, she's a hobbit that is around at the beginning and so on, and then at the end when they come back, they got to fight off all the folks who took over the Shire.
Got it. People take over the Shire in the meantime. That's mean of them.
Yeah. It's kind of silly. Saruman, who is the evil wizard guy, loses all his powers and shit, and changes his name to Sharky, and decides he's just gonna go take over the Shire.
Sharky?
Yeah.
Wait, the big bad guy just changes his name to Sharky and moves
to the Shire and is like, yeah, I'm just gonna be I used to be a big bad, but now I'm gonna be the small bad here and ruin you guys fucking lives in particular.
This. Tell me more about that. That's more.
We'll get his card eventually, maybe.
Okay. Regardless, the next one is a voracious fell beast. More evil villains need to just kind of like be like, fuck off, change my name, go start doing little evil things in your hometown. Cameron's not cooperating, that's fine. Just it's a beast. It's a Drake beast.
It's voracious and fell.
It's voracious and fell. Shadow summoning. Oh, hold on. We'll get it to work eventually. Hold on, watch this.
Let's hold it further away.
It's focusing on the card in the background. The card in the background
let's hold it further away. Like that.
Oh, hey. That's actually legible.
It's going to have harder trouble with close focus than far away because it wouldn't be built to assume that you're taking a picture of something an inch from it.
All right,
so I bet that farther distance it'll be easier to.
This guy makes some white spirits. That's kind of cool. You should do that more often. Bam.
There we go. There he is. King of Rohan.
Theoden, King of Rohan. When this guy or another human enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gains double strike. Ooh. A lot of human tribal support in this set.
Yeah, which is neat. Humans are decent.
Yeah, okay.
I'm down with humans.
The long list of the ents. So the tree folk have a long list.
They sure do.
All of the verses are the same. Note a creature type that has been noted. When you cast your next creature spell of the creature type this turn, it enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. That is a lot. Okay.
It's a song that they knew.
The long list of the ents.
Yeah, that just lists all of the different living creatures.
Wow, including Jerry.
Yeah.
Damn. Why? Tree folk got a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah, they passed down all their knowledge through spoken lore and so on, and it doesn't matter if the list is really long and takes a long time to sing because they're ents, they're trees, they don't gotta go fast. It can
That
take
makes
as long as
sense.
it needs to.
Hey, look, it's worse Harrow. So instead of just sacrificing land and getting 2 lands untapped, end of story, you get sacrifice a land, search for 2 basic lands, put them on the battlefield, tapped, and then shuffle. But you get an extra one if you control a creature with power of 4 or greater. Okay. So, Entis Restoration, so it's just like more tree folks. Making more tree folks.
Yep.
Makes sense. Okay.
As they do.
As they do.
Yeah. And specifically, that was a specific event. After the War of the Ring is over,
Yeah.
they end up moving into a bunch of the places that got devastated and
okay.
making them into an ent forest.
Literally taking out the dead and putting it... I see, okay. Improvised club. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Poor sacrifice an artifact or creature. Poor lad. Lash of the Balrog. Initial cost to play this still. Sacrifice a creature or pay for. Destroy target creature. So the Balrog. It's a dude that Gandalf fights at one point, right?
Yeah, you've seen the Balrog.
I've
They
seen
fight
the
on the bridge, and Gandalf goes all, "You shall not pass," and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And they fight.
Really,
and
that's kind of negative of Gandalf. I mean, passing culture is kind of passe, if you will.
And Gandalf defeats the Balrog, but it drags him down with it.
Unfortunate.
Rip.
Nasty end. Oh, that's some artwork.
Oh, hey,
So did you
that's Sharky that we're seeing there getting his nasty end. That's the end of that. A nasty end for Saruman.
Yep.
So
that's Saruman as Sharky at the very end of his life there. Okay.
Yep. So he loses all his powers. He becomes a fucking small time criminal dude
That's
taking over the Shire.
really
and
funny.
then the fucking hobbits start fighting to kick all of his guys out and so on, but they aren't even the ones that kill him. He gets killed by Grima Wormtongue, who was one of the folks that was on his side in the War of the Ring. One of his agents that was trying to corrupt the King of Rohan.
That's kind of
ends
funny.
up fucking turning on him and slitting his throat.
Owen asks, "Hey, does the Balrog have wings?"
I hope not.
Can't believe Gandalf is a true scum, disqualified from Gilfdom right there. Handful of Yu-Gi-Oh monster, basically a lifetime of a tree catching fire, becoming vengeful spirit. Oh, that's cool. I like those kind of cycles. And hey, look, a mountain map, mountain,
Nice. What's on there? Fangorn, Lorien,
and
The
the
Misty
Misty Mountains.
Mountains.
I'm assuming that's why it's called the mountain.
Yeah.
And we also got an art card. What is this art card for? K4 Dragon. That's a dragon.
That it is.
That's a dragon. Damn. K4 Dragon. Is that a reprint?
I don't think so. I don't know.
No, Hoarding Dragon is what
Yeah.
I'm thinking of. Yeah, something else. All right.
So I've just been distracted by this Yu-Gi-Oh monster epic
Yeah.
here mentioned in chat.
Yo, what's up? Yo, Wheel Baron.
Being the lifetime of a tree, then catching fire, then becoming a vengeful spirit, then getting turned into a tree robot. That
Okay,
kind of
so
rocks.
the tree robot part is definitely the most Yu-Gi-Oh thing I've ever heard.
Oh yeah.
No disrespect to the Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there. Your game is silly, and you should appreciate that.
Every card game is silly.
Hope everyone's having a good one. Yeah. We're over here dancing on the fires of Twitter.
I've been trying to get myself rate limited so I can be free, and it's not happening.
Let's see. Oh, that's another mini game thing. That's fine. We don't care about that. What we care about is We got a foil, Gimli's Fury.
Gimli's furry.
Gimli's Furry. Target creature gets... Oh, Gimli is the dwarf that's a part of the Fellowship,
Yeah.
right? Okay. He's the End My Axe guy, right?
Yeah, and this is from isn't it the Battle of Helm's Deep, is it?
You're saying that like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's when he and Legolas are both counting kills.
Oh.
That's why he's saying 2.
2. Okay, that's cool.
Is it Helm's Deep? Which fucking battle is that?
Hey, look at this. Look at this guy. I know this guy.
Oh, it's Frodo. Hey.
So this is Frodo at the end of the journey when he's about to toss... looks like he's on a volcano here.
Oh, yeah. So the kill counting was at Helm's Deep, and Gimli won 42-41.
I see. Man, those aren't even Muso numbers. So this is... mechanically, this card is weird, because this is how they used to do, like, level up stuff before level up was a thing.
Yeah, what was the old card again? Was it Hero of...
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So, but
what
this
was
is meant
it?
to, like, reflect his whole journey, right? Is that it? He starts out as just a regular guy.
Yeah.
And then he becomes a scout because he's going on his journey. And then, at the end of it, he becomes a rogue. And then... Oh, if the ring has tempted you 4 more times this game... Otherwise, the ring... Oh, that's cool.
I'm actually excited for him in Commander as a really mean delete target player.
Yeah.
Oh, Figure of Destiny. That's what it was. Not Hero of Destiny. Figure of Destiny.
Yeah.
Which amusingly is a Kithkin and not a Halfling.
Let's see. We'll put that in the rare stack. And we also got... Oh, look. I do like these borders. I have no... Like, I don't care at all about, like, the rings or whatever, but, like, those look very nice. Peregrine Took. Halfling Citizen. One or more tokens we put on your control. Those tokens plus an additional food token are created instead.
Hungry Burger. I want a burger.
Damn, that would be pretty good. I do like the showcase.
Oh, wait, sorry. I completely forgot to look at the card. I was reading chat and Dohuario mentioned burgers, and I got hungry.
Man, now I'm hungry.
But this card is about food, so I should read it real quick. Okay, so it makes more food when you make food.
Yeah.
And then you can eat your food.
I'm guessing
draw
that's just
cards.
another random hobbit. There are a lot of random hobbits.
That's not a random hobbit.
What are you talking about?
There are 4 important hobbits that are in the Fellowship and the whole trilogy is about. This is one of them. This is Pippin.
That's not Pippin. This is Peregrine Took.
Pippin is short for Peregrine, of course.
What the No, it fucking isn't.
It has less syllables.
Where's the other P coming from? This is...
Wherever he wants it to.
Okay, this is...
He can call himself whatever he fucking wants, just like
I agree with
everybody
that,
else.
but I disagree that it's short. It's a different name. This is Grishnak. Brash Instigator.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, okay. There's a story with this guy.
I don't remember it though, so I have to
When he
wiki
enters
this
the battlefield, you
one.
amass orcs 2. When you do, until end of turn, gain control of target non-legendary creature and opponent controls
Right.
power less than or equal to the amassed army's power. Cool.
This guy was part of the group that captured Merry and Pippin after the Fellowship broke up.
Got it. Okay.
And this dude tried to run off with them and so on. And he figured that they were the ones with the one ring.
Yeah.
He was wrong, but he thought they were, and he at least found hobbits.
So he should have read the books. He would have known.
Yeah.
I know it was like Frodo with the ring.
Yeah. Anyway, it didn't end well for him.
Okay. He died?
Quite.
Awesome. Grand, the Gatebreaker. It's a legendary artifact vehicle. As long as it's your turn and you control an army, Grand the Gatebreaker is an artifact creature. Oh, so it auto-crews itself as long as you got an army to do the thing. That makes sense.
So this...
Grand?
Yeah, this was a big, fancy battering ram that Sauron's troops built and were going to use to bash their way into Minas Tirith and take over Gondor.
What makes a battering ram fancy?
It's just really, really, really big. It's like a fucking 100 feet long or some shit.
Okay, it explains why it gets trampled too, because it's a gatebreaker. It's a battering ram. If it goes through, it's gonna keep moving, right?
Yeah, it's just a gigantic fucking battering ram with a wolf head on it.
Goblin Fire Leaper. Just a little goblin. When it dies, deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. Oh, that's kind of neat. Grond.
Grond, indeed.
Some good mouth sounds. Golem's Bite. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. 3 black, exile it from your graveyard. Ring tempts you activate only as a sorcery. So, does he go around biting guys? Is that what he does?
If I remember correctly, this is a rather climactic scene in Golem's life.
Really?
So, do you remember what happens with the ring at the end at all?
They toss it in a volcano and everyone's happy?
So it doesn't quite go that well. They get to the volcano, and Frodo is overcome by the ring, can't bring himself to throw it in, takes it for himself. And then Gollum fucking attacks them to get it back.
Uh-huh.
Bites off Frodo's finger to get the ring back.
Oh.
And falls into the volcano and dies.
So Frodo doesn't even do it himself. He just lucks into it. And all he loses is a finger for it? Man! You could replace those with, like, wood.
But it was also lucky because probably Frodo would have been overcome by the ring anyway. So at least in this case, a completely screwed up, weird little guy got a hold of it and then fell in a volcano. So all's well that ends well.
I suppose so. It's really funny that it all ends basically on coincidence. It doesn't even get to do the climactic thing. I guess it's why it's all about greed in the end. Even the hero is overcome with it at the end.
Yep.
Okay.
Even heroic folks like Gandalf wouldn't be able to successfully take this journey. It takes a long path with all of the providence falling exactly in the right way.
Okay. Damn. A little more respect for that story now. That's fine. Gandalf's Sanction. What does he do here? Deal X damage to target creature or X the number of instant sorcery cards in your graveyard.
So, this is Saruman getting his wizard powers fucked. He fucking loses, and Gandalf is like, fuck you, you don't get to have a cool wizard stick anymore.
Oh.
And breaks his staff.
Well, are wizard powers stored in the stick?
Maybe, sort of, kind of. They're also, like, demigods as well that are inherently magical and immortal and shit, but, like, Gandalf fucks up Saruman's magic.
I would personally just never be tempted by power, right? Like, that sounds so easy. I would just not be tempted by power. Swarming of Moria. Create a treasure token and Mass Orcs 2. It's kind of cool. So they fuck over Moria at some point?
I forget what this bit is, but I'm sure that they do. Okay.
Oh, hold on. We're going back to this one.
Okay.
It's back.
Yeah, they go through the mines of Moria and get pursued by a bunch of orcs and cave trolls, which is what happens before they get to the bridge where the Balrog is.
Got it. Right. Okay. So that's the being pursued.
Yeah.
Got a war beast of Gorgoroth.
So many of these things are the names of black metal bands or musicians.
War beast of Gorgoroth. That sounds like you could convince me that was one of the guys from Gwar. I don't know enough about them. You could just convince me that was true. Surrounded by orcs. So they get surrounded at one point, huh? Mass Orcs 3, then target player mills X, where X is the amassed army's power.
I believe that's Merry and Pippin getting captured.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Gorgoroth, also from the previous card, it's just a plateau in Mordor, just a specific region.
Here's an island for you.
Nice. Okay, what do we got?
One island on that.
Bay of Belfalos. We've got Rohan. We've got the river. So we should have. I can't fucking read the map this distance. Well, Gondor's over there, and
if you can't put these cards next to each other and create a full replication of the map, what are we even doing?
That'd be
life?
super cool. I hope you can.
Our art card is Frodo Baggins.
Hey, that's the guy.
That's the guy. That's him. Damn. That's Frodo. He's got one finger too many, TBH.
Yeah, this is definitely before he loses that one.
I now know 2 things about Frodo. He's really bad at giving away jewelry. Also, he's missing a finger from that one time. These are
This
the
is
two most
true.
salient Frodo facts.
Yeah, you've learned so much today.
Hashtag Frodo facts.
Yeah.
Also, you can tell that we do openings much differently from other stuff because it's been like 45 minutes.
And we've got like 2 packs
Three
through.
3 or 4 packs in at this point. This is great. This is great. I love this. Let us know in chat whether or not you would just simply not be tempted by power. All right, what do I got here? Human soldier. Gandalf, friend of the Shire. This is our foil. So the foil cool showcase border may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Gandalf, friend of the Shire, as a ring bearer, draw a card. That seems pretty good, honestly. And it has flash itself, so you can just bring them in whenevs.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is just the flavor of this is just Gandalf doing fun wizard stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this one refers to any particular event, but he is a friend of the Shire. He likes to go there and bring his fireworks show on the regular. Hang out with the hobbits,
He
smoke
literally
some
does
pipe
fireworks,
weed.
huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. He is a wizard and so on, but before the whole War of the Ring and all that, he's just kind of traveling around, like having a time, smoking his pipe weed, bringing fireworks so that hobbit kids can have cool fireworks shows.
Damn, cool granddad Gandalf. Forge anew. This one I actually already bought a single of to put in my mono white equipment deck. What specific forging is this referring to?
Fuck. I think this is a specific sword, and I don't remember which
Is
sword
that also
it is.
Sting?
I don't think so. I think
Sting
that,
from the police?
is this one that's
I know 3 facts about Frodo. Bad at giving away jewelry. Missing a finger from the one time he was bad at giving away jewelry. And very gay according to the fan base. Yeah, there we go. There's the 3 things we know.
is this one that Aragorn ends up with? There's a specific sword that's important. I swear it, and I think it's that sword, and I don't fucking remember.
We don't
it.
have any flavor text to go off of here, but still. Regardless, that is the sword that was broken. Awesome.
Is it?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, here we go. I was right. I found it. It's Andúril.
The sword of the King of Gondor?
Yeah. It's Andúril, Flame of the West, Sword of the King of Gondor, and it was reforged in Rivendell from shards of another cool sword that was previously broken.
Awesome.
The one that was broken was the one that had been used the first time around that there was a ring war to get the fucking ring off of Sauron's hand.
Oh, because he wasn't going to give it up. That's the only way you get that off of someone.
Yeah, they had to fucking cut off his finger to get the ring off to end the first ring war. And then Frodo at the end, has to get his finger bit off to get the ring off to end that one.
It was Narsil before it was forged. Okay. If Satan himself offered me a soul contract in exchange for power and or gacha rate ups, I would take it without question. Yeah, that like I guess we'd have to determine like when the gacha rate up works. Like, is it for gacha game specifically or other luck based things? But yeah, absolutely.
Another Knights of Dol Amroth,
yeah, we saw
different.
these guys, but full art this time. I do appreciate that each of these packs come with one of the full art cards. I like them.
Yeah,
they're very cool. Gift of Strands. Flash, enchant creature when it enters the battlefield, scry 2, gets +3. Okay. So those are literally strands of hair?
Yep, that's Galadriel's hair.
Wait, who is she giving her hair to? Why does someone want her hair? Who is simping?
Because she's hot.
Who's simping for Galadriel?
Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody is.
That's
kind of.
Why would? Okay.
I don't remember which Hobbit. Oh wait, no, it's not one of the Hobbits. It's Gimli. It's Gimli.
Oh, that's Gimli. Why is Gimli simping for Galadriel?
Why not?
Why? I don't know. Why did Tolkien feel the need to write that? I feel like I'm not wrong to ask
This
this
immortal
question.
magical elf lady is so hot that everyone just wants a strand of her hair.
Okay, you know what? To be fair, you know what? Yeah, okay. She just wants hot elf lady to step on him. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fine.
Exactly.
Hey, look, our second copy of this card in this pack.
Yeah, see, there we go. There we go. He's hanging out. He's at the Shire. He's got his fireworks show
Okay,
going.
so this is him at the
Everyone's
beginning of
having
the story,
a great
then,
time.
where they're just like, here, let me use some of my magic to just kind of like
Make the world's most sick-ass, impossibly cool fireworks.
Okay, that's kind of swell, actually.
Gandalf knows how to have a good time.
Oh, hey, we got another Elrond. Agent Smith. We've already seen him. Someone wanted strands of my hair, I'd be pretty flattered. I mean,
I'm not sure I would be flattered. I think I would jump straight to fear.
yeah, I've having had people describe parts of my body in strange and uncomfortable detail before, I would be very unhappy with that, actually. I mean, if you wanted my hair, that would be fine, but, like, we'd have to talk about it, I guess? You and only you.
Come to think... Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking back to that one thing that I'm not going to talk about right now, but yeah, it would be strange without having any kind of like established relationship.
Yeah.
Right. Mosca Blanca,
Oh,
hello.
hey.
Where you're just in time for a glorious gale. Counter target creature spell. That was a legendary spell. The ring tempts you. Glorious gale. All right. I don't know what that means, but it's just a big wind. The wind's nice. It's nice windy today.
I also don't know what event this is referring to, but I'm sure it could be found by Googling the
lore
flavor
failure.
text.
Lore failure. Dreadful as the storm. Target creature's base power toughness 5/5 until end of turn. The ring tempts you. Shall not be dark, but beautiful and terrible as the morning and the night. All shall love me in despair. I don't know who that is.
So that's definitely Galadriel saying that.
Okay, so the hot wife. Elf?
Okay. Yeah. I forgot what event this was from when she says that, but it's a
my
great quote.
Yeah.
And I had to look up what it's from. It's when she first finds out that the hobbits have got the ring and have brought it, and she's briefly overcome by it and demands they give it to her.
Oh, okay, because she got kind of like the contact ring there.
Yeah, because she's got a ring of her own. She's got one of the elven rings.
So do all of the other rings not like do their thing as badly as like the one ring?
Well, it depends. The elves have been kind of okay.
Yeah, boy Ken says card games. Indeed, card games.
The elves have been okay, but only because Sauron doesn't have a hold of the One Ring and hasn't brought them all to heal. The humans are all fucked. They got turned into the Nazgul.
Okay.
And the dwarves, I don't remember. I think it's just like they all fucking...
I'm beginning to think this whole
fought
ring
each other and
situation is
died or
maybe
some
just
shit.
a non-starter.
Yeah, it turns out that giving people incredible, unstoppable power itself is probably a problem, and then giving another guy unstoppable power over the people with the unstoppable power is even worse.
All right, hear me out. Lord of the Rings as an extended metaphor for nuclear warfare.
Gee, I wonder if the book is about World War II.
Is it? I do not know. I read the books when I was like 12 and was not like impressed because I was 12, and I haven't touched them since. So
there's definitely a lot of allegory about the shit that went on in Europe in the World Wars.
That's not me having a hot take. That's me honestly asking the question. I would not be surprised. Oh, hey, look, a scarecrow. That's nice. That's nice. I want more scarecrows.
Tolkien insisted that it wasn't an allegory of events in the 20th century.
It just literally is events of the 20th century.
Specifically, here's his quote.
What's he say?
He prefers that, quote, history, true or feigned, with its varied applicability to the thought and experience of readers. So it's not an allegory for it. It's just got a lot of parallels and connections that readers of the time would vibe with.
It's one of those things where, like, even if it's not, like, you're always inevitably influenced by events around you.
Yeah.
And okay, I can see that. A lot of things are about World War II. Yeah, true that. Let's see. What is this? The Galadhrim. Oh, okay. It's just a bow that the elves have, I guess.
Yeah, the Galadhrim are a specific group of elves that live in some specific place. I forget
Great.
which.
That's so good that I know that now. Shower of arrows. Straight target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying and scry. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's some good green value right there. Do they like? Is this a specific point, or is it just like, oh, they're just elves use the bow and arrows? That's their thing.
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's fair. A basic forest. And what's our art card? This one is Boromir. Damn, Boromir. And some other folks in the background there.
Yep.
I don't know who Boromir is, but all right. That's kind of cool. I like how you can see the blue of the webcam in that. Like, there's no avoiding it. It's just, you know.
Yeah.
Hey! We've learned so many things today.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm already ready to be a Lord of the Rings lore master. A lore of the rings, if you will. a lore of the rings. No?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to laugh. It's
I
fine.
did.
You don't. I understand if you want to make me look like a fool on stream in front of everyone while I'm trying to, buy time while opening a pack. That's fine.
Treasure. Wow, cool sword.
When did I start doing that? No, I can't. I stop. All right, let's wait. Let's wait till Cameron cooperates with us here. Hold on. Move farther away. I'm gonna put it over here. There, just not give it stuff to focus on in the background. Cameron.
So I believe that cool sword is Sting, the same one that Frodo's
That's the same one that we saw earlier, the blue
yeah,
one?
because in The Hobbit, Bilbo's the one who gets Sting, and he just, picks it up. He just finds it
How do
in
people
a bunch
do
of treasure.
this so frequently? I hate
Probably by having a better camera setup.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, look at that. Treasure. Our foil is Merodach Brandybuck.
Hey, it's Mary.
Oh, that's Mary.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Mary, M-E-R-I.
M-E-R-R-Y.
No.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pippin's cousin. Weird spellings of the nicknames run in the what does that card do again? I didn't even think of it.
Oh, I didn't even. Something about food, probably.
I hope so.
Ah! Get back here. Whenever one or more halflings you control attack a player, create a food token.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, makes sense. Otherwise, a grizzly bear.
I could use a food token right about now.
Me too. We're going to order, Chinese food after we're done with the stream today. It's going to be great. Glowin Dwarf Emissary. Emissary to the dwarves or emissary from the dwarves? Whenever you cast a historic spell, create a treasure token. Sacrifice a treasure, go target creature.
Ooh, I'm gonna need this.
What? Okay, so...
artifacts are historic spells, so this is every time you cast an artifact, make a treasure token.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
That sounds sick as hell.
That does. So what does this guy do? Why...
I do not fucking remember, so we're gonna look that up real quick.
Whenever you cast a historic spell, create a treasure token. So is this he's an emissary?
Oh, this guy's from The Hobbit. Oh, he's Gimli's dad. Gimli's dad.
Gimli's dad, okay.
He's one of the dwarves that sets out along with Bilbo to try and reclaim the Lonely Mountain, and ultimately they do their thing.
Okay. Not gonna lie, you go for some elven bread right now. I can see that.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to eat a lembas wafer.
Mirkwood bats. I mean, that's kind of cool. I do like the full art commons are so pretty.
Yeah, I love full art.
What a name. There's some really good names in this set, I'm not going to lie to you. Fear Fire Foes. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Fear Fire Foes deals X damage to target creature and 1 damage to each other creature with the same controller. Open in the name of Mordor. So, is this is them being attacked by, or the bad guys attacking someone is what this card is.
Yeah, when the fuck does this happen?
In the name of... Yeah, because this definitely isn't the good guys doing this. This is definitely some bad guys on the attack here. This is next level literary analysis here.
Yeah, I legit do not remember when this line is spoken.
Excellent.
I remember its existence, but not when it is spoken.
We'll move on then. Council's Deliberation. Draw a card. Whenever you scry, if you control an island, you may exile Council's Deliberation from your graveyard. If you do, draw a card. So, they bring the ring originally to the elves?
Yeah, they are fleeing, pursued by the ring wraiths, and trying to find a place where they can regroup and figure out what to do with the ring.
So this is them getting there, and they're like, okay, what the fuck do we do with this
Yeah,
thing?
they almost die along the way, but they finally make it to Rivendell, and they gather the Council of Elrond to decide what the fuck are we going to do? How are we going to get rid of this ring?
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
Frodo is like, yep, I'm going to go to Mordor and toss it in a volcano. And everyone's like,
Well, how
sure,
good that
buddy.
work out for him?
It
The guys who
fine
associate
in the
with dragons
end,
are
minus
way
the finger.
Yeah, minus the finger, I suppose. Stone of yeah. The creature an opponent controls would die. Exile it instead. 2 sacrifice stone of yeah. Exile target player's graveyard and draw a card. Okay, so graveyard hate the card. What does that have to do with what this thing is?
It's a cool big rock.
It's a cool big rock. Okay, why does it hate? Why does it not want things to stick around after they're dead?
It's unclear to me.
Got it. Awesome. The bath song.
Oh, here we go.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
It's not just any cool big rock. It's from Numenor, the isle that got sank under the ocean for betraying the gods and not being good folks and
Well,
so on.
that is tectonically improbable, but all right.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are tectonically improbable about Lord of the Rings world, such as the fact that you can sail right off the surface of the planet as long as you're in an elf boat and go to another land.
Okay. Yeah, that seems a little weird.
But it's
Anyway,
cool as hell.
Here's a song about getting clean.
Yep, they take a bath, they sing a song about it.
All right.
I'm so mad that the movies didn't include like a full musical rendition for each and every song.
yeah,
That would have ruled, and also made it like 5 times as long.
Oh my god, those films are already long enough. A lot of my friends in high school, like we knew each other, but weren't running in the same groups back then.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends in high school were like really obsessed with the films. I remember at one point I sat through the all 3 extended versions with someone I was seeing at the time, and I'm like, I'm only here for you, friend. Like this is. I'm not gonna yuck your yum or anything, right? But god damn, this.
Did you know that we had a literary conference at our college about it?
I believe it.
There was a semi-regular one. I don't know if it still happens or not, but my friends were still obsessed about it all the way up through college and would literally be like, yeah, I wrote a research paper to present about the background of like where Tolkien got the inspiration for this particular character from the backstory and
just so we're
mythology
clear,
and shit.
I'm being a little
And
bit
I think that's
like-
cool as hell.
I'm being a little bit like flippant, right? I'm not actually trying to like judge or make fun of anyone for enjoying this.
Except for me. You can make fun of
I
me
am
for
making
enjoying
fun of
things
Vivian
because,
and
yeah.
Vivian specifically. But like I've got my own interests, right? It's fine.
Yeah.
My interests don't always get made into magic sets, so I like, oh, this is cool for you. I'm glad that you have the chance to share this with me. Lorien revealed. Draw 3 cards and island cycling. Why are they bringing back basic land cycling?
Why not?
Like, it's cool, I guess, but like it's weird that it shows up like every so often then goes away. It's like a comet. I don't know what this is. Look on us now with friendly eyes. Behold the trees of the ninth of Lorien and be glad. So what? Lorien's hidden and then they get shown it gets shown to them?
I'm not quite sure what the event depicted in this card is either.
I can't believe I brought you along as the one who knows what she's talking about. And by brought you along, I mean we're doing this because you like the set. We bought them so you could look at these. The reason I'm the one opening them is just because, want to protect Vivian's wrists.
And also, I need to be able to look shit up on the wiki when I
Yeah.
inevitably remember only about 1/4 of the story and get the rest completely wrong.
Orcish Medicine. Target creature gains your choice of lifelink or indestructible till end of turn. Oh, Orcish Medicine actually seems somewhat effective. I can't believe you're saying my interests are worth nothing, Eskay. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That's just exactly it.
Hey,
it's the boy.
guy.
It's the boy. That's the boy, right? That is the boy. Oh, that's Smeagol.
Helpful guide.
Okay.
For a while, he hangs around.
So this is before he becomes Gollum.
No, it is not. This is he's become Gollum like all the way back well before the events of The Hobbit. But for a while he hangs around the hobbits being quote unquote helpful, and it doesn't go well.
I see. Trading card art is so cool. Yeah, like the artwork in this set is very is very good. It definitely conveys that like that old school fantasy hardcover fantasy novel stuff. Like if you have some idea of this because you worked in a bookstore, and along with me for some time, but like the artwork you see in like fantasy novels has changed drastically since like the golden age, like when Tolkien was written. So it's really cool that this kind of harkens back to that general style.
Yeah.
Gollum 2023 vids when? Oh my god. I wish these actually like peeled apart at the little thing rather than making me like peel up a little bit and then go back for more. Oh, hey, this is the list card. I was gonna be like, wait, that's not Lord of the Rings. That's a Mirrodin. I remember this card. March of the Machines. Yo, I remember this card from way back when I started playing. That's really cool. Each non-creature artifact is an artifact creature with. There is some really silly stuff you can do with this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but
love
not
turning permanents
related
into
to
the
Lord
wrong
of the Rings.
type of permanent.
So we'll put that down there. Eagles of the North. Some foily birds.
Creature,
the
bird
eagles.
soldier.
Press the enemy.
I'm pressing not
being
my enemy,
pressed.
but I'm
Alright.
pressing Eskay.
Return target spell or non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with equal or less mana ability. Oh, no, not you, me. It's mine now. So what is this artwork depicting? Some dude, and he's got an orb, and also looks like a sword?
Yeah, so you know the sword that we were talking about earlier from Forge Anew?
Yeah.
So I think this is after it gets reforged. It's one of the few things that Sauron is scared of, right? Because he lost a finger and the ring to this incredible sword
Right. Okay.
previously.
Yep.
And he doesn't know it's been rebuilt. And eventually the good guys side of things get a hold of a Palantir, a seeing orb, and Aragorn's like, hey, by the way, fucko, look at my sword.
Damn.
Coming for your
Big and
fingers
strong.
again.
Get.
I think that's what this is.
Put your fingers away, friend.
You are hearing all of this through the lens of like me last reading this quite a few years ago and what I vaguely remember. So
Here's another copy of Lash of the Balrog, but this one is full art. Hold on. Cameron's going to take a moment to work with us here. Cameron.
does it focus better if you have it in plane with the lens?
I don't have any. There we go. That'll do. Quick beam. Upstart.
Quick beam.
I don't know who this is.
There was a very funny thing that I saw on Reddit where someone opened a box of these and found that every pack had multiple copies of Quick Beam in it.
Damn. What does Quick beam know?
I don't know because I don't remember of anybody called Quick Beam. But
I
we're
wonder
gonna
if
look
me
that up
having
on
the
wiki real
The
quick.
rares in the background is making this harder.
Could
You know
be.
what? I'm gonna try something. We do these streams once a year, so we don't really like know what we're doing. I'm gonna move these off to the side and see if that helps us. So now they can't focus on that. Yeah, there we go. When another tree folk enters the battlefield under your control, get up to 2 target creatures, get +2/+2, and gain trample on the turn. All right, so he likes trees.
He had a reputation for hastiness.
I see.
He was one of the younger Ents, and he's hasty for an Ent.
I got you. Okay. That's why he doesn't have haste, but he is all about getting people to do stuff. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, the hobbits hung out and stayed at his place
Land
for a
Revolt,
bit.
Horizon Witness. It's a burb. Whenever 2 more creatures you control attack a player, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until. Okay, so it just gives people a lift. Here, you want a lift where we're going? Yeah, sure. Here
Is
you
that
go,
a
buddy.
specific important bird?
They're legendary, so I hope.
So probably. Which bird is this?
Ah.
Oh, the great eagles.
Sorry I keep moving around, everyone. But I'm not that sorry, because I'm a human being. So, you know. That's kind of cool. What else we got in here?
This is
All the birds is what we
the
have.
brother of Gwaihir, which I think is the one that rescues Gandalf.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the brother of the giant bird that rescues Gandalf.
What about this giant bird? Menelador? Meneldor.
No fucking clue. Wiki for that one.
We got so many birds.
Meneldor, another great
Should
eagle.
player exile up to one target creature you own, then return to. Oh, so this guy also does some rescuing, huh?
A friend and follower of Gwaihir, and together with Gwaihir and Landreval, rescued Frodo and Sam after they destroyed the ring. Because
Okay.
they needed a fucking extraction, right?
Yeah.
They needed someone to bring the Foley balloons and get them out of
Get him out of the volcano.
Mount Doom and all
Yeah,
that shit.
okay.
So
Makes sense. Good on you,
Birdmen's
Bird.
did it.
Haradrim Spearmaster. It's a 2/3 reach. Beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn.
Wait. What's going on in chat? Just realized Vivian is not saying Aragon. What? Instead of what? Where?
I don't know. You're the one. You're the one making mouth sounds. Were you ever into the Games Workshop LotR game? I was not. Were you?
I was not, but I feel like I used to read about it because when I was a kid, I read like the TCG and tabletop
Just
gaming
random.
magazines that had the stuff about like various different CCGs and Warhammer and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
So I have vague memories of it existing, but I never played the Games Workshop Lord of the Rings game.
Makes sense. These guys are just like randoms in the setting. They're what they are. That's fine. Shilob's Ambush. Who's Shilob? Target creature gets +1/+2 and gains death touch until end of turn. Create a food.
Shelob is a spider, right? I think
so
Shelob's the spider.
Oh, so it's like a web.
Yeah. Shelob is the one that Frodo and Samwise run into when they're trying to get into Mordor.
A spider that stings them? Okay. That's cool. Planes and an art card. What do we got? Legolas, counter of kills. There you go. That arrow does not look like it was fired from that bow.
Maybe he moved it to a different
Oh,
angle
yeah, he
real
moved
fast.
a different angle. Okay, I can see it. Tell you what, everyone. I'm going to have a drink of water real quick here.
That's a great idea. I think I will do the same.
And while we do that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also go buy the Misericord soundtrack that we've been listening to. All right. Ow! Get back here. So, was there ever a Lego Lord of the Rings set? Follow-up question. Is there a Lego Legolas?
I think that there was a Lego Lord of the
Orb.
Rings. Yeah, Lego the Lord of the Rings was a thing.
Guess we're starting with the art card this time because I opened it backwards. It's an orb. What is it?
I think I must be confusing the
Commander
Games
Sphere.
Workshop Lord of the Rings thing with something else because I think
It's cute.
the thing that Owen references is newer than when I was reading.
Good early morning. Good early
Collectibles
morning to you,
mags.
Austelis.
Hmm.
All right, let's get Cameron to work with us. Human soldier token. Another one of those. Foray of Orcs. This is our foil. Amass Orcs 2. When you do, it deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls for X of the amassed army's power. Damn. Full art foil. That is pretty. Very successful Lego loader video game. Cool. Oh, we skipped over one. What's our rare? The Battle of Bywater. Destroy a creature with a power 3 or greater, then create a food token for each creature you control. A lot of the hobbits we see have power 2 or less, so this makes total sense to me.
Yeah. This, I believe, is when they are kicking out the bad guys from the Shire.
At the very end, or
Yeah.
okay, so kind of like the denouement.
Yep.
All right.
When they get home and find that the war has come home to them and they gotta kick out the bad guys one last time.
Faramir, Field Commander. Beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, draw a card. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Faramir as your ring bearer, create a 1/1 human soldier creature token.
Faramir is Boromir's little bro They're both sons of Denethor, who is the steward of Gondor.
Okay, so one of them's a human and one of them's a dwarf.
What?
Faramir here is a human soldier.
Yeah, so is Boromir.
Boromir is?
Yeah.
I'm getting him confused with someone else. Okay.
You're getting confused with Gimli, maybe?
Probably.
But yeah, that's his bro.
That's cool. Oh, wait, was this the other one? Did we get all three of the birds?
Yeah, we did. We got all the birds.
We got the birds. The ding 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 ding.
Were they all in the
Bingo.
same pack? Was that the
Two
same
of them
pack?
were in the last pack.
Okay.
This one is in this pack. We already learned about you, so I'm going to put you to the side, friend. Stern Scolding. Counter target creature spell with power times is 2 or less. So that, in the flavor of the set, that's targeting almost specifically hobbits.
Yeah.
So
Fool
this
of
is-
a took.
This is Gandalf being like, dude, take this seriously, buddy.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, that's Pippin who's not taking the journey seriously. He's fucking around and like
And Gandalf's like,
drops something in a hole, I think, and like alerts some potentially evil dudes.
and Gandalf was like,
whatever.
come on, buddy, you can't do that. Makes sense. Why did I always think it was you shall not pass?
Yeah, I don't know, because it sounds like it should be.
It sounds like it should be you shall not pass, but it's you cannot. Did that get like Mandela affected or something? I feel
Probably.
destroy target creature that was blocked or blocked by a legendary creature this turn. Makes sense. That's him taking down the Balrog. Even I know that. Even I know that. He's got a blue sword too. Knocks a skeleton down a well in Moria. Well, there you go. Thank you, Owen. Rally at the Hornburg. Create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. Human to control gain haste until end of turn. The Hornburg. What's the Hornburg?
Hornburg. So this is the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Okay. The movie made the quote, "You shall not pass." Got it. That's why I think it's that. Makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, the Hornburg is at the mouth of the gorge called Helm's Deep.
Gandalf Troom scum moment once again. Oh, he's never going to come back from these allegations. Quarrel's End. Additional cost to cast the spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. So
that's Éomer and Éowyn, I think.
did they quarrel at some point?
I fucking forget.
All right.
I absolutely fucking
Éomer,
forget.
this is attributed to Éomer. Looks like they quarreled and they got over it. Good for them. What else we got here? Banish from Edoras. One thing I gotta say, even on the commons and stuff, they are like pulling consistently from the lore. There's very like little in the way of like just vanilla setting cards in this. And that in itself is both very impressive and also kind of a indicator of how much dedication and time went into like making sure they did the setting correctly. That's, again, I have no horse in this race, but I got to imagine that the Lord of the Rings fans are pleased in general with this.
Yeah.
Is the token their child? I wonder. Do they like when they make up? Is that when they?
So I believe that's the sister and brother there.
Okay, never mind. That's almost assuredly not that. Hobbit's Sting. Oh, that's the sword.
Yep.
The sword
that's
Sting from the police.
Yep.
It's blue. Makes sense.
Wait, what's it do? X, where X is the number of foods.
Yeah, so if you had second breakfast, it's more powerful.
Oh, I want second breakfast.
We can have... We will order food after this, I promise you. Pippin's Bravery. You may sacrifice a food. If you do, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Otherwise, it gets +2/+2. Okay, so Pippin is brave at one point?
Yeah.
I see. Good on you, Pippin.
Yep. Stabs a troll.
And then a
as
nice
one
island.
does. Oh, that's a different island
Showing
map, though.
the Belagir Sea. Okay, not to be that person.
Yeah.
Not to be that person about this, but I look at this card, right? It's clearly showing me a nice coastline there. I'm all about that. However, the card's name is Island, and there is one thing missing from this map.
A coastline is half an
And
island. You
it's an
just put another
island.
coastline on
There's
the
no
other side.
island on
Now
this
it's an
map.
island.
No, there's no island on this map. Oh, disregard? Yeah, don't worry about it. I wouldn't have known. Thankfully, at least one of us knows their lore. I'm opening them like this from the middle from now on. I've been using the side thing, which is nice, but then I have to go back and like finish opening from the middle anyway, so it's like, why do I bother? You know what I mean? All right. Oh, well, I opened it backwards again, so we get to see the art card first. The art card is...
Is that?
Take a guess. Actually, you know what? Here's our game. Take a guess. Who is that?
I can't see this well. Is this Denethor or something? It looks like a kingly person.
It is.
No, it's Pippin.
That's Pippin.
Wow.
Wow.
Pippin,
Fake Lord of the
of
Rings fan.
Isengard. Yeah, it doesn't help that I'm looking at everything through a blurry camera
I don't
with
know
a
how to
bunch
help
of
you with that.
glare.
I don't know how to help you with that. Orc army. We got another Mirkwood Bats. That's cool. This one's our foil. It's kind of nice. And our rare is Display of Power. This spell cannot be copied. Copy any number of target instant or sorcery spells. You may choose new targets for the... I love it when a card has to begin with that, because you know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Display of Power. The Nazgul closed around at night, and I was besieged. Such light and flame cannot have been seen on weather top since the war beacons of old. So, what is happening here? This is Gandalf showing off power.
Yeah, he's been surrounded on all sides by the ring wraiths and fucking cuts loose at full power.
And he's like, nah, buddy. This is... It's kind of cool. What do we got here? Samwise the Stout-Hearted. Oh, wait, we saw this guy, but not in this printing of it already.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's him heading up Mount Doom.
Yeah, it looks like it. He would be, like, dead from convection several times over, I think. Did they have, like, special suits? Do hobbits get, like, special suits that help them?
Hey, you can walk up the slope of a volcano. People go right up near the lava.
Yeah, okay, but you don't go in the fucking crater.
Yeah, they're not in the crater yet. They're headed up. They're still climbing.
Are you telling me that they get a fucking thermal protection suit before they go into the crater of the volcano and drop the thing in?
They drop it from above. It's fine.
Heat rises. They are in no better position.
They don't even have to go in. Gollum falls in.
Rise of the Witch King. Each player sacrifices a creature. If you sacrificed a creature this way, you may return another permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Now, interestingly, this only lets the player who casts it do that, because the U is...
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Witch King... Who's the Witch King?
The Witch King is in charge of the Nazgul. I don't remember who he was before that, but all of the Nazgul were human kings. That's why they got these cool rings, because they were important guys.
Got it.
And he ends up being the
So this is the
most
guy in charge of
prominent
that.
them.
Okay.
The Lord of the Nazgul, Sauron's second in command. And we don't know. We don't know specifically which human he was before all that.
Interesting.
He was just some noble human lord
Some
or
dude.
other.
All right. Another voracious fell beast. Just fucking Drake that that makes sense. Random Drake. Another shadow summoning. A summoning of shadows, if you will. I wonder why they come into play tapped. That's all the spirits in the set come into play tapped, which strikes me as strange. Horses. We heard about these guys, the watery horses. Yep. Oh, hey, look, we're seeing a lot of cards we've already seen before.
The Ent Draft.
Yeah, so it'll be a little bit quicker.
Hey.
Shire Terrace. Okay. So this is just like part of the Shire.
Yeah, they're farming on terraces.
Makes sense.
Shire famous for its agriculture.
That makes sense to me. Revive the Shire. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Makes sense for the reviving card. Create a food token. So bringing the land back to how it was, and that land provides you with food.
Yep.
I can see that. None of the Nazgul were named since it pretty much doesn't matter. They're just Sauron's will by this point. Makes sense. Brandywine Farmer. So this one is one of the hobbits. Just a random hobbit.
Yep.
And they farm so that you get food.
They sure do.
That perfectly flavorful. I'm cool with that. Swamp. So the swamp shows the Dread Marshes.
Oh, and there's the Black Gate over there.
And Mordor. Yep. That makes sense for a swamp. I will accept that. That is acceptable swamping. How do you feel about that swamp?
Pretty swamped.
It's pretty swamp. Okay. That was wholly uncalled for, you know.
It also wasn't even actually a pun. It didn't make sense in context with the literal meaning in any way. It doesn't. But I had to
Guess
go
the
for
art
it.
card.
I have no idea.
So this is our art card for this pack. Guess the scene. What's going on here? Someone's standing at an altar, kind of altar made of trees. There's some magic happening in front of them. Looks like they got their belongings on the side there. What is happening?
We're just gonna keep with my losing streak, and I'm gonna guess that it's Denethor again.
That it's Sam. At least Sam's shortening makes sense.
I'm just gonna guess that every art card is Denethor, and one of them all might be right.
Ballistic Boulder.
Token artifact creature construct
With
flying. That's great.
The only thing that doesn't make sense about this is that it doesn't sack itself after the end. I bet the card that makes it does. Makes you sack it. Haunt of the Dead Marshes. When it enters the battlefield, scry 1. 2 and a black, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Activate only if you control legendary creature. Oh, that sounds cool. Reusable sack outlet and also a... Well, not a sack outlet, but like something to be sacked. Sack target. And... you can keep getting it back and scry over again. That's neat.
So, Dead Marshes, there's some big gross swamps, and Gollum leads Frodo and Sam through them. And it's a scary place.
Why would they follow him?
It sucks. Because they have kind of got Gollum in their palm for a while, and they don't know how to get to Mordor. They've been separated from everybody. They're alone, and Gollum has, like, some brief lucidity and is like, no, I remember I'm Smeagol. Yeah, cool. I'll help you guys out.
And
like,
then
I'll help you to Mordor, and it doesn't last.
Fair enough.
He at least does help them get there.
What's this? The Doors of Durin. Do you have doors?
So these are going to be the doors guarding the entrance to the mines of Moria.
Oh, okay.
And they are guarded with a pun. It reads "Speak, friend, and enter." And you got to figure out how to get in. Yeah, you got to say "friend" in some, I believe, a specific Elven language.
I see. That's the kind of wordplay that wouldn't pass muster nowadays. We're too wise to these kind of things, but I can see it. Whenever you attack, scry 2. Then you may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Until your next turn, it gains trample if you control a dwarf, and hexproof if you control an elf. Okay. Makes sense in red and green. I don't know why the doors would bring in somebody. I guess because they're admitting. It's the door, literally, the thing, so they're admitting someone into it.
Yeah, so Moria was a huge, brilliant mountain hall of theirs, and of course, you'd want an amazing gate at the front to keep it safe while you're doing all your dwarvish mining and forging and so on down there. And unfortunately, there aren't any dwarves left in there anymore.
That's unfortunate.
So,
maybe they dug too deep and too greedily.
As one does.
And we got another rare, the full art Orcish Bowmasters.
Hell yeah! I love this card.
When they 1/1 flash for 1 and a black. When it enters the battlefield, and whenever an opponent draws a card except the first one they draw on each of their draw steps, deals 1 damage to any target, then amass source 1. This is really cool. I feel like I should find a way to put this into my Underworld Dreams combo deck.
I just love stuff that's like, oh, okay, you're going to wheel? Yeah, sure.
Take a whole
also
bunch,
take
buddy.
some damage, and I get a bunch of guys, and...
Better question is why you wouldn't follow Gollum. I mean, if a tiny little man came up to me and was like, hey, you want to follow me? I've got a bad history with rings. I'd be at least a little bit interested. Like, I would be a little bit interested. Dwarf Fortress is awesome. It is. I hope folks are enjoying our Let's Play of that, by the way. If you're on Patreon, we just uploaded a new episode a couple days ago.
Just like I like books and so on where there is too much and it's too complicated, I like games where there is too much and it is too complicated, and thus Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah, right. Here's a detail you can clear up for me.
Yeah.
Why is Gandalf an avatar wizard?
Oh yeah, because he's like a demigod.
Okay, so
wizards aren't just regular guys. You can't just learn magic.
All right.
He's one of the he's one of the Maiar, who were the original gods. The gods were the Valar, and they created the Maiar to help them shape the world and so on. And there are only 5 wizards in the world who are 5 of those spirits that remained as incarnate beings in the world and
Okay.
had wondrous powers and so on. Gandalf's one of them. So is Saruman.
Okay.
So is
That's 2.
Radagast, who just hangs out and eats mushrooms in the woods and
That
communes
sounds
with
like
the squirrels
life.
and shit.
Yeah, okay, so that's 3 of them. There's 2 more.
Yeah, I don't remember the others, but I'll figure it out real quick with the wiki.
Okay.
Um,
There is but the dude that I like, the one that I saw and I was like, oh, he's cool. He's got the right idea. Tom Bombadil. He is not one of these guys.
he is not one of them.
Okay, we'll see if we get a copy of his card before you tell me about him.
Okay. So, there are Morinitar and Romestamo, the blue wizards, were the other ones.
Okay, well, there you go. And they're not around anymore?
I don't know what's up with them. Did they even appear in... They are mentioned only
Got
in
it.
Lord of the Rings. So, I guess
Seen this
they
one.
were around and nobody quite knows what happened to them.
Fair enough. Here's a neat card, the Grey Havens. When it's battlefield, scry 1, tap at colorless, tap at 1 mana of any color among legendary creature cards in your graveyard.
That was an elvish port city.
I see. Well, that makes sense. Glorfindel, Dauntless Rescue. So many of these names sound made up.
Yeah?
I don't.
Yeah?
Like,
You're
Glorfindel doesn't sound like a character in The Lord of the Rings. Glorfindel sounds like a character that someone is trying to convince me exists in Lord of the Rings. Glorfindel sounds like make up a Lord of the Rings character name. Oh, I hit the camera. That's fine.
He's a guy who died a long-ass time ago, but the gods were like, bro, you're pretty chill. We're sending you back.
So
and then
if
they
there-
sent him back.
If there are gods in this setting, why are the gods not stepping in to help out with this whole One Ring situation?
Sauron basically is one and stuff too, kinda, sorta. So it's not that easy.
Got it. Okay.
It's not that easy.
Hey, we got one. I didn't recognize this one. This is Arwen.
Oh, I think Sauron is Sauron a Maya too, and not one of the Valar.
These names are amazing. They are pretty amazing. So, Arwen, if I remember my lore correctly, this is like a specific class of ship that like Fox and Falco can fly. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. That makes sense to me. Another, there's a lot of support for like scry as just like an end to itself in this set, which is kind of nice. Repeatable scry as well.
Arwen is a half-elf.
Sweet. Good for her.
Ends up marrying Aragorn.
Okay. Good on you, Aragorn. She's not the one giving out locks of her hair.
She is not.
Okay, okay.
She gets mortal and shit and ends up living and dying like a mortal being, unlike the other elves.
Aw, that's a little sad. Glorfindel sounds like a legendary weapon. A little bit, it does. Mortar Muster. Draw a card and lose a life in Masterworks 1.
Sounds like what you eat on your Mount Doom hot dogs.
On your Mount Doom, your Mount Doom BLT with a little bit of mortar mustard on the side. Yeah, I can see it. The Torment of Gollum. 3 and a black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Oh, so he goes right up in your business and bites the ring off your finger, huh?
That is not this one.
Oh, okay. Never
This
mind
is
then.
Gollum getting tormented.
Oh, okay. Then.
So, he's trying to lead the hobbits to Mordor and so on.
Okay.
And he ends up getting captured in Mordor.
Oh, that's not good.
And wait, no. This happens before. I don't remember the timeline. This may happen before he goes out and searches for them.
Okay.
Or it may happen after. I forget. But for whatever reason, at one point, he gets captured and they end up torturing the fuck out of him to get the knowledge of who's got the ring.
Okay.
So he has a very bad time.
Here's a quick thing. If you're ever in a situation where you capture a dude traveling with a bunch of people with the ring, and he doesn't have the ring on him, you probably don't need to torture him to figure out who has the ring. The answer is probably one of the other 2 people he was with.
So this happened beforehand. Okay, right. So my timeline was wrong. Bilbo originally took the ring from him. And this is when Sauron is originally trying to figure out what's up with the ring to do this fucking War of the Ring thing, get his hands on it, fuck everybody over. So
Mhm.
they get their hands on Gollum and are like, hey, fucker, you seem like you might know where the ring went.
Yeah.
And torture the hell
Okay.
out of him, and that's how they figure out that Bilbo got it.
Doho Wario asks, how strong is a hand rip in Magic? It depends. If it's just they get to choose and discard a card, it's not that powerful unless you can keep doing it over and over and deny them ever having a card in hand. But just discard a target opponent discards a card is like, I guess you don't say no to it, but it's not like really that helpful because they could just pitch something they don't need.
It's a staple in some decks. Like it really depends on what you're doing and how reliably, but you
Something
can
like this, where you get to choose and pick a card from it, is more powerful because you can like fuck with them specifically.
yeah, but you really want one that's like a 1-mana one, like Thoughtseize, that you can
Yeah.
drop on turn 1.
The thing is, you wouldn't play this because this is way overcosted compared to like Surgical Extraction or
Yeah.
Thoughtseize. Like you've got better options.
Yeah, you do want hand rips if you're in the color that's if you're in the color identities and deck strategies
But-
that care about that, but you want it to be coming down immediately when you start the game, so you can be
Right.
like, hey, you know that wonderful hand that you kept that has a plan for you to reach victory? So now it doesn't anymore.
To learn more about the Torment of Gollum, you can play the recently released Gollum game. There's a Gollum game? Recently released?
The Lord of the Rings, Gollum,
Okay.
30% off, released May 25th.
Damn. 30% off.
A game where you just get to be this weird little guy?
Isn't that most games you play? Oh, hey, like a nice forest.
No, most of my games are about looking at a map. Recent reviews, mostly negative.
It's kind of nice. Mirkwood.
Lorien.
I thought that said the world, and I'm like, wow, it's so tiny. No, that's the world. All right. What's next? Do not play it. It's bad. Okay. I think that was what we figured out. But you know, good to know. Horrible game, judging by what I saw on Twitter. What's the premise of it? Like, what kind of a game is it?
A Gollum game, I guess.
What kind of game would you? How
Be a weird little guy.
be a weird little guy?
Go try and get a ring.
Untitled Goose Game, but you're Gollum instead? I can't open this. My fingers are starting to get sweaty. Open up, pack. There it goes. You have to yell at him. That's a pro pack opening technique right there. All right. We got a food token.
Yum.
Yum. Shortcut to mushrooms. I'm all about this card already. Enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature you control.
I believe
So if they went to go look at the mushrooms, they get bigger because they brought back mushrooms.
I believe this is an event when they're first leaving the Shire and trying to get away, so they can meet up with Gandalf and folks, and Merry and Pippin know a shortcut to some location
Got it.
where there were
It's a
mushrooms
bad
they were
stealth
picking.
platformer. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense, I suppose. Would not want to play it, but I guess I get it. Samwise Gamgee.
Hey.
So this is Sam.
Yep.
Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a food token. Sacrifice 3 foods. Return target historic card from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Seen literally nothing of the Gollum game, not even accidentally. I'm not even convinced it's real, not just a Goncharov moment. Yeah.
Interesting type line. Halfling peasant. How often is peasant used in type lines?
Not often. Like, I guess it's used when you like they're. I guess citizen would feel weird here, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And noble is used on a couple of other cards in the set, and he doesn't really have like a job, does he? Or something else that would work?
There are only 33 peasants.
Damn. Good company,
And-
Samwise. One of them is a card I run in my dragon deck.
Which one?
The dragon Thrakus, I think, is a peasant. Dragon peasant, the doubles dragon attack.
Oh
power
yeah,
when-
Thrakus the Butcher.
Yeah.
It appears to be a pretty new type. I don't see this in almost any old
We
shit.
saw a lot of it in the Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's in Baldur's Gate, it's in Innistrad Crimson Vow, and the other one. But I don't see it in shit older than that, really.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a card where if an opponent uses a monster effect on your turn, you can choose to draw 2, take control of the opponent's monster, or see their hand and shuffle 1 back to the deck. That's
I would
really
like
good
that.
from the utility. Drawing 2 is incredibly... Yeah, drawing 2 is always powerful.
I do love to draw cards.
Who doesn't? Many partings. Full art. Search your library for basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, create a food. That's cool. Frodo Baggins. Or another creature enters the battlefield under your control. Ring tempts you. So your ring bearer must be blocked to Fable. Frodo! That's it. I don't have anything to say about this guy. I'm sure he's important or something, but like, who cares?
Wow.
Lost to Legend. Put target non-land historic permanent into its owner's library 4th from the top. That is some white removal, all right.
Yep, that is about the One Ring being lost.
Oh.
It wasn't actually lost. It was just
Wasn't
hanging
some dude
around.
holding onto it?
Yeah.
Then it was like, hey, look, I'm going to do a party trick and disappear. Am I right? Is that
well, Bilbo got it in the Hobbit, but it had been lost for quite some time before then.
God.
Gollum had it for a while before then. I don't remember. There had been a couple other folks who had it.
Fair enough.
Oh, hey, it's Grima.
Grima Wormtongue, Human Advisor. Your opponents can't gain life. Tap sacrifice another creature. Target player loses 1 life. The master creature was if the sacrifice creature was legendary, amass orcs 2.
He's an advisor to the King of Rohan, who is obviously evil and is an agent of Saruman and is trying to corrupt him.
His name is Wormtongue.
Yeah.
He sounds like a character in a C.S. Lewis novel.
He totally does. You're right about that.
I am absolutely right about that.
Oh, hey, this is a cool card.
Yoreth of the Healing House. A human cleric. Tap to untap another target permanent, or untap 2 other target legendary creatures.
Just
that is right removal, all right. Hey, as someone who's had to tune a mono white deck for the past 10 years, I have a good idea of what its capabilities are, and it's not. Outside of a few token cards, it's not great.
It has really good removal.
A lot of the removal is about pissing stuff like, oh, I'll shuffle back into your deck. Ooh.
It has solid exile stuff. It can hit all permanent types.
It can hit all permanent types only if it is wishy-washy about it. Like here, I'll destroy whatever permanent you have, but also you get an elephant.
That's fine. You can have as many elephants as you would like.
Like I'm not saying that's bad. It's obviously very good. It just Bewitching Leechcraft. Enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature is if this creature would untap, trigger untap, so remove 1/1 counter from it instead if you do untap it. Damn. So, locking something down unless you keep removing 1/1 counters from it.
Yeah.
Another copy of Many Partings. Just gonna move for that. Hey!
Second breakfast!
It's the meme! Up to 2 target creatures each get it +2/+1 until end of turn. Create a food token. Nice. And of course, up to 2 creatures have to get it because, Lembas. It's a food.
It is.
I don't know what Lembas is, but...
It's the traveling food of the elves. It is a...
probably better hardtack.
But, like, way better. Where, like, you can have a mouthful of it, and it'll keep you going all day, and it stays fresh for months, and...
Makes sense. You can have an elephant. What is going on in MTG land? Hold on. I'll also look another forest. The old forest.
With Buckland up top.
The art card is... I didn't see who it was. Who was it? Elrond. That's Elrond, all right. Yeah, the card I'm referring to is Generous Gift. You get to destroy a permanent, but you get to destroy any permanent, which is powerful, because it hits lands. But in exchange, the person you destroyed it from gets an elephant token. So it's like you gave them the elephant. The elephant is such a pain in the ass gift to have that it destroys their shit. Right? It's fun. It's a very flavorful card. I like it. All right. See, now that we've seen a lot of these before, now we're making a bit more because we don't have to stop every 2 seconds to figure out. New stuff. All right, here's the art card. Take your guesses. We
It's
saw this already.
Denethor.
We saw this already. It's not Denethor. It's Dendigar. We actually did see this one already, didn't we? That's,
Yeah, this is
That's
Sam.
Sam. That's Sam, right? Yeah, it's Sam.
I just had to guess that Sam was Denethor again, just to keep up my losing streak.
Oh, so
Oh.
there are other Orc Army tokens. We just happen to get a
Hey.
lot of the same one over and over.
The Shire.
The Shire. Also, the Misericord soundtrack going hard in the background
Oh, yeah.
while we're just looking at
That
the
was good
Shire.
Orc Army music.
It was. And it's about to tap unless you control a legendary creature. There's a whole cycle of those in this one. And this one creates food. That's cool. Wait, is this foil?
Yeah.
Yo, foil the Shire. Dang.
Oh.
Witch King of Angmar.
Did we already get him?
I don't think so.
Okay, because you asked me who the Witch King was.
We had something else about the Witch
Okay.
King. A Wraith Noble. Flying. Whenever one or more creatures deal combat damage to you, each opponent sacrifices a creature that dealt combat damage to you this turn. The ring tempts you. Oh, so they can hit you, but they get everything that touches you dies. Okay, the ring
Yep.
tempts you. Discard a card. It'll gain indestructible until end of turn, and then tap it. Okay.
So basically regeneration.
But yeah, like regeneration at
Kinda.
home. Yeah. I get why they stopped printing regeneration on stuff, but like it's such good shorthand,
Yeah.
and it does what it needs to. It's like so much easier than gains indestructible till end of turn. Pippin's Bravery. We saw this.
But we
But
didn't
this
see the
full
full
art.
art.
That's very pretty. The full art cards in this set are very pretty.
Yeah.
I like them. Yo, the long list of the ants again. Good for them. Ents Restoration, we saw this one. Quick Beam. Oh god, it's happening.
Quick Beam.
Claim the Precious. Destroy target creature, the ring tempts you.
So this is about Gollum getting his hands on the ring back when he was Smeagol.
Who'd he kill to get it?
Ah, fuck, I forget. It was something tragic though. Was it his brother or some shit? I'm gonna look that up real quick.
All
I
right.
feel like I feel like I was wrong about that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was his cousin Deagle.
So Smeagol killed Deagle.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened to A through C Gall?
I don't know.
All right. Fair enough. I'm done making jokes about that.
Uh,
The Black Breath. Oh, sorry, you had something?
But yeah, they just went on a fishing trip and found the ring by accident in a river.
he's
And
like, nah.
Deagle gets a hold of it, and Smeagol's like, "You're gonna give me that," and Deagle's like, "Nah." And then Smeagol is just like, "Okay, then die, then
Wow.
perish."
That's
My ring now.
rude. The Black Breath. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn. If the ring tempts you. That's some halitosis right there. Took Reaper. So Took is just like an area of the Shire, right?
The Tooks are a family.
Or a family.
They're
Okay.
from Tuckborough, as it says there.
Okay. From Tuckborough. Got it. Tuckborough. English pronunciations are weird. Nimble Hobbit. That's parkour and a foot to the gut all at once. Whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice a food or pay 2 white. When you do, tap a creature and opponent control. So nimble, it just kicks them right in the gut. So they're like, oh, I can't. And then
They don't bother to protect their gut because they look at the hobbits and are like, "This guy is too short to get me anywhere vital."
Yeah.
And then he just parkours on you and kicks you in the gut anyway.
they're short enough right to hit you in the dick, though.
Yep.
So, like, how would you forget that? An East Farthing Farmer. Okay, another little hobbit with food. Are these themed packs? I feel like we had this conversation when we did the...
Are they?
That was pretty all relevant. Good stuff, though. From my perspective, this set has been really I like looking at the stuff in it. Not a lot of it's been stuff that I need for decks or anything. But if you get tempted too much, do you just lose the game or something? I don't think so, which feels like a flavor fail. But I guess they wanted people to interact to actually use the new mechanic without fear of fucking it up.
Yeah, it doesn't make you lose the game. It's fucking. Oh, where's the? Okay.
Anyone want to guess what card art this is for? I think I know what it's for, and I think it might be a bait.
Is this an excerpt from one of the Saurons? Wait, no, I've got it.
Tempting
It's
Purely
Denethor.
Yeah, there you go. Tempting is purely positive. Was a compromise on flavor for gameplay. Yeah, it is a little bit. I wish there was a little bit more of a drawback, but like the ring cards themselves seem to have drawbacks to them. So, Denethor. It's actually. I'm pretty sure this is Sol Ring. It is Sol Ring.
Oh, that's a cool Sol Ring.
It is a very cool Sol Ring. I wonder which ring the Sol Ring is. Are there just random rings that the Sol Ring can be, or does it have to be one of those specific 20, do you think?
There were lesser rings kicking around, too. So it could be
one of the lesser
that
rings.
somewhere in Middle-earth, there is just a ring that all it does is
add 2
you
colorless
put it
mana.
on and you gain 2 colorless mana.
Okay, so like there are other lesser rings that could be. Makes sense. Okay, we got a foil Lash of the Balrog. Full art. That's cool. And a regular Lash of the Balrog, full art.
Ha ha ha! Woo!
Woo! And our rare is actually Aomir. Marshal of Rohan. Whenever one or more other attacking creatures, legendary creatures you control, die, untap all creatures you control after this phase. There's an additional combat phase. That's a weird trigger. So if someone important dies in combat while attacking, you get to attack again.
Yeah, get revenge.
Get revenge on them. I guess that makes sense. You're getting revenge for the guy. From a gameplay standpoint, why would you want to trigger that? But flavor
Why
wise,
wouldn't
it makes
you?
sense.
It gives you a nice alpha strike. You're building your red aggro deck. You swing in with everything. It's not quite enough to be lethal, but hey, your opponents had to block and they killed one of your guys. Now you get to untap and swing in again and win.
Fair enough. All that combat damage is still assigned from the first one, so.
Yeah.
March from the Black Gate. That's the entrance to Mordor, right?
Yeah.
When it enters the battlefield, and whenever an army you control attacks, amass one. Okay, so it's just the army keeps coming. Yep, they just keep coming.
They just keep coming and they don't stop coming.
What is this Lord of the Rings magic?
Exactly.
Hello there, Austin 7. What is it indeed? Again, I have no stake in this, but Vivian, as someone who is a Lord of the Rings fan, how would you like rate this set on like flavor and so far?
Pretty delicious.
Yeah? Like, as a Lord of the Rings fan and also a Magic player, are you satisfied with how this crossover turned out?
Yes, satisfying mouthfeel.
Okay. I'm going to stop asking you questions now. Gothmog again. We saw this one.
Yeah, we did see Gothmog.
He's pretty great. Marhor, Urakal. You sure these aren't... These feel themed. If one or more 1/1 counters will be put on an army, goblin, or orc you control, that many +1/1/1 counters are put on instead.
That many +1/1/1 counters.
I hate that sentence. Also, it's funny that ability would be green in any other context, but yeah, it makes sense.
There's definitely +1/+1 counters in red black sometimes.
There are, but not
like Body Dropper
not,
and New Capenna.
Yeah, but not doublers, not ones that add on.
Okay,
that's
okay.
a greed ability, except in the case where it's an orc army. Celeborn the Wise. Whenever you attack with one or more creature elves, scry 1. Whenever you scry, Celeborn the Rise gets +1/+1 until end of turn, for each card looked at while scrying this way. That's cool. See more scry payoff. This set has been really good about giving scry a payoff beyond helping you manage your deck. Like, there's a reason to scry just to scry now. Vivian, eating the cards support sportsmanship? Yep. Mordor is swampy. The only remembers the volcano. That's about my knowledge of this setting so far.
Yeah, it is. It is a big ass volcanic plain, but there's swamps around the edges.
Who is this person?
Celeborn the Wise. If I remember correctly, didn't Celeborn like make rings or some shit?
Okay, so
Celeborn's important, but I don't remember why. So we're gonna look that up real quick because
right.
that's one we gotta know.
Flavorfully, they get bigger whenever you scry, so...
No. Celeborn isn't the guy I'm thinking of. Celeborn, Lord of Lothlorien, husband of Galadriel.
Okay. Wife guy. Got it.
So who am I thinking of?
The Mirror of Galadriel?
Wow, cool mirror.
Wow, cool mirror. I guess it makes sense that scrying is associated with the elves.
Oh, I'm thinking of Celebrimbor.
Okay, that's an understandable, actually, mistake. I forgive you for that one. What the heck is the Mirror of Galadriel?
I don't remember, so we're gonna look that up.
I guess Galadriel had a mirror?
Oh, yeah. She used this to do scrying stuff and see visions of all different times and places and so on.
And according to the flavor text, she's like, you can do it, but if you fuck up even a little bit, you're toast.
Yep, and that's why it's a scry thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Captain of Umbar. 1 tap, draw a card, then discard a card. That's looting, right? Is loot draw then discard?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
and rummage is discard
The
then
Ring
draw.
Forger guy who possessed a dude in the video game. Man, there's so much lore to this setting I don't know. Pelargier Survivor. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend it only to cast an instant or sorcery spell. 5 blue, tap. Target player mills 3 cards. Okay. Looks like a city got pillaged.
Yeah, I do not remember.
The Woes, a Pathfinder. A human shaman. Tap at 1 mana of any color. And 6 green. Tap another target creature gets +2/+3. Is there a cycle of these ones that... Is this a cycle or is it just a human thing?
Maybe it is a cycle.
Who knows? And then an island. Look at that.
Hey.
Another pack down. There are so many packs in this box.
Yeah.
God.
This is going to take us days.
Right? Oh my god. And that's the thing, and that's why I'm cool with doing this on our channel, is because like we don't our pack opening videos are not just like let's crack it and see the rare, right? That's not how we do things here.
Austin 7 brings up a good point that if we were getting Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering cards, is it now canon that fucking Chandra could just planeswalk her way
into the story
and just pyromance
So,
all over the place?
To my understanding, the Universes Beyond stuff is not canon. It is like mechanically it's a crossover, right? You get to play it in the game. But in terms of the story is kept on its own. Except I think maybe the D&D stuff is.
But
Because that's also owned by WOTC.
it's much funnier if it's canon, so it's canon now.
Take a guess. Who is this?
Oh, hey, look, it's Denethor.
I don't even remember who Denethor is anymore.
Steward
This
of
is
Gondor.
Marshall's Anthem.
It's absolutely
that's
not
unhelpful.
Denethor.
Okay, that's unhelpful. That is just a generic card. I am sorry. I tried to make you guess a card that doesn't... Treasure.
The Balrog was already burning.
Bombadil Song. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and gains Hexproof until end of turn. The ring tempts you. So
okay.
I do know about Tom Bombadil, but you can tell us now.
Yeah. So, but first you have to do the song.
What?
It's in the flavor text.
Hey do, merry do, ring a dong do, ring a dong dillo. That's not the word I thought it was.
Yeah.
Ring a dong, hop along, fall law the willow. Tom Bomb, Jolly Tom, Tom Bombadillo.
He's just this little guy. He likes to sing and do stuff and is also as old as the gods and unimaginably powerful.
The gods didn't make this guy. He made him.
Basically.
Just some fucking immortal guy hanging out singing songs.
Quite possibly the first living being of any kind.
I love this. I love this guy so much.
He's
that is
great,
the
and
only
they
thing
were
I know
cowards.
about his setting, and he's great.
They were cowards for not putting him into songs in the movie.
Anyway, we got the Mines of Moria. And there's battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature, part of that cycle. Tap at red. 3 tap, exile 3 cards from your graveyard. Draw 2 treasure. Create 2 treasure tokens. Not draw 2. There you go. Makes sense. They're mines. That makes sense. Nasty End. This will cost to play the sack a creature. Draw 2. If sacrifice creature was legendary, draw 3 instead. I wonder what that's meant to depict. Is that like him getting thrown in the volcano at the very end there?
Maybe. I can't see it very well from
It's still
the
a little bit
distance
blurry, yeah.
in the blur. Austelis does bring up a great moment that Tom seemingly could do fine against Sauron, but at the same time, they don't want to give him the ring because to him, it is just a ring. It is just a piece of jewelry. To him, it is in no way important.
Doesn't that also make him like the perfect person to hold on to it?
Not at all, because like it's not powerful or interesting to him in any way, so why would he bother to keep it safe?
I see. I was going to be like, so he wouldn't be tempted by it, but also then he wouldn't recognize the danger in it.
Yep.
Okay, I see it. The Mouth of Sauron. A human advisor. When it enters the battlefield, target player mills 3, then amass works X, where X is the number instant sorcerer cards in that player's graveyard.
And that's the one guy that was on the card art for the ransom card.
Got it. So this is the guy walking around that Sauron's talking through.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's my megaphone as a card. Ugluk of the White Hand. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Ugluk of the White Hand. If that creature was a goblin or orc, put 2 on it instead. So you told us about the White Hand already when we saw the token.
So the White Hand were a specific orc bands that were loyal to Saruman and
Got it.
on. Ugluk is a specific one of them. They were that commanded a band sent to hunt down the Fellowship as they were trying to get the ring dealt with, and ends up capturing Merry and Pippin.
Damn.
So
Sucks to
that's
suck.
that dude. He's also the one that kills Boromir. And it didn't end super well for Ugluk, though, because he's one of the ones that gets got when the hobbits get rescued.
Sucks to suck, buddy. Gorbag of the Minas Morgul.
Such good names.
These are, again, they sound fake, but I get you. Whenever a goblin or orc you control deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, choose 1. Draw a card or create a charge token. Oh, so they get... Yeah, okay, makes sense.
So they're the one... He's the one that finds Frodo after the spider incident.
Hey, look, another Éomer. Is Galadriel blue mana? I think she's psychic, maybe. I think... Did we see Galadriel?
We haven't yet, but
No,
I
but
happen to know that
the-
she's green-blue.
Okay, there you go. Whenever Éomer of the Rider Mark attacks, if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Makes sense. You're leading them into battle. You got the standard up there. Makes sense to me. Morgul, Knife Wound. General creature gets -3/-0, and at the beginning of your upkeep, exile this creature unless you pay 2 life. Damn.
So this is from when Frodo gets ganked at the fucking beginning of the story and almost dies immediately.
Lord of the Rings, if that knife just hit a little bit closer to...
It didn't even need to. The knives have evil poison in them. So, like, he would have been completely dead if they weren't lucky enough that elves were still around and they were able to get him to Rivendell and get him healed and shit. Otherwise, it was over for him.
Hey, look, a generous ent. Hey, what's an ent?
A cool tree man.
Awesome. I like tree men.
They go
Mushroom
slow.
watchdogs. Damn, these dogs are like, do not want you to get near those mushrooms. Sacrifice a food, put a 1/1 counter on them. And they gain vigilance until end of turn. Still feels weird that vigilance isn't green, but like I get it. Snarling warg. It's a wolf with menace. As long as you control a goblin or orc, he gets +1/+0. A warg.
They're the big evil wolf.
I like just saying warg over and over. I hope that's so cool with you.
It is.
Man, we've been doing this for over 2 hours already. We
Holy
are not
shit.
even halfway through this box.
That's
You want to see this?
terrifying.
Look at this here. I think what we'll do is we'll go to the halfway here. Because
Okay.
we still got like
A lot.
a lot to go here. Is this even the halfway point? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot left in here. So we are just going to do 2 more, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is fun. And I hope you guys like this too. I want this to be something we can do on the channel when we feel like it. But I don't want us to be like just magic stuff because that doesn't seem interesting to me. So
And I
we're
also like that we're taking our time with it, because if we were just ripping through packs as quickly as possible to look at the shinies, then
then
I should stop.
right because then you need to slow down, buddy. That's I don't especially don't want to become one of those channels where it's like, oh, let's talk about magic solely in terms of like how
Financial
much financial
value.
value. It's like, dude, have some joy in your life. God damn. Mushroom Watchdog isn't just a nickname for a bunch of puppy mode trans girls who are very protective of their stash. I can see it. Alright. Is a legally distinct treant? That makes sense.
Oh, look at that art card. It's Denethor.
Alright, so we got 1 vote for Denethor. Put in your votes now. Hold on. Provided they feel like... I don't know, it's kind of reflected. There we go. A little bit. Whatever. Who could it be? It's going to be... I don't know who that is. Eleanor?
Somebody. I don't
Somebody
remember that
whose
name.
Won't focus. That's fine. Eleanor Gardner. Very good artwork. I'm gonna do some Nirvana initiative, but then I saw this.
Oh, Eleanor.
Oh, nice.
Eleanor is Sam's first daughter.
Oh, there you go. Don't tell us. Don't put anything about AI Somnium Files in the chat because I'm playing it through with Vivian on her own it's her first time through. She hasn't played it before. Spirit creature token. There we go. And what's our foil? Glorious Gale. We saw this already. It's kind of cool. And then King of the Oathbreakers. Who is this? A Spirit Noble. Whenever... Come on, Cameron. You got to work with us, buddy. We're just going to do this. Did that work? It did not work. That's fine. Everyone have an out-of-focus King of the Oathbreakers. Whenever King of the Oathbreakers or another spirit you control becomes the target of a spell, it phases out. Whenever the King of the Oathbreakers or another spirit you control phases in, it create a tapped 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Nice.
You know, I think I realized. I think that your thumb on the left side is what's in sharp focus there.
You think it's my... Okay, I'll try to hold it with one hand instead then.
Wait, that didn't help though, so maybe it's not that. Yeah, I don't know. This camera also just sucks.
Yeah, this camera's also awful. Steam sales on the bundle with both the first Nirvana Initiative that basically costs just Nirvana. Hell yeah! Go get that. We support Nirvana Initiative and Somnium Files here at 8PR. All about it. Oh, there it is. Cool. Frodo, Sauron's Bane. We saw this one already, but not with this cool artwork. Look at that. Look like a fucking storybook. That's great.
I love that.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Hey, oh no, God, it's Quick Beam. It's happening. It's happening. Legolas, Counter of Kills. We saw the art card for this guy. Whenever you scry, if it's tapped, you can untap it. Whenever creature opponent controls dies, put it away. Right, so every time someone dies, keep the count, right?
Yeah.
Nice. The camera's focusing on Beatrice. Shit, you're right. Very good deal if you don't have NI. It's such a good game. I highly recommend giving it a go. But this is not a stream about that. Friendly Rivalry. Tap up to target creature you control, and up to one other target legendary creature you control. Each deal damage equal to their power to target creature you don't control. Oh, so they're like ganging up on some guy.
Yep.
Oh, so that's them counting still.
Yep.
I get it.
Hey!
Are you sure these packs aren't themed?
So, packs aren't themed, but there is a specific way that set boosters work.
Got it.
So you will find a certain amount of stuff that is like
not only did we
related.
get like the counter of kills and the counter of kills, but also the card specifically about them counting kills together.
Yeah.
Okay. Wizard's Rockets. Hey, look, it's the fireworks from the very beginning. Right?
Yep, sure is.
Cool.
So the structure of the set boosters, it's something like, oh, there's a welcome at the beginning, then there's the fireworks that are supposed to catch your attention, then there's the big finish, then there's the epilogue, and like they structure them deliberately in a way. So it isn't a themed
I've noticed
pack,
that they kind of each pack kind of has like a rhythm to it, but and some of the stuff being connected makes sense. Protector of Gondor, just a dude protecting Gondor, bringing in a buddy to protect Gondor with him. An errand rider of Gondor, running errands for Gondor.
Yep.
And when he comes to the battlefield, draw a card. If you don't control a legendary creature, put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. Okay. Stalwarts of Osgiliarth. Osgiliarth? Whatever. When they enter the battlefield, the ring tempts you. When you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on Stalwarts. So the second thing, part of the ring tempting you is enabling something that will cause you to draw more cards, I believe. So that does lead into the other.
Wannabe Cat says this is still going. It is. And what's even better, it's not like we've kept going because we've opened a bunch of boxes or something. We are still in the same box. We've just been going very slowly.
I think this is the halfway point now.
We've maybe hit the halfway point.
And this is how we do things around here. When we deign to do pack opening, it will always be stuff like this. And I stand by that decision.
Slowly opening packs while Vivian info dumps on you for 3 hours about something you don't care about.
I have no qualms with people who like watching videos of people cracking packs because, cracking packs is fun. I like opening packs. That's why I'm opening them. But,
Gandalf could have invented guns, Austin brings up, which is a great point. And I'm imagining Gandalf with a staff in one hand and a Glock in the other.
I can see it. All right, guess the artwork.
It's Denethor.
It's probably not Denethor.
I'm gonna keep saying it's Denethor until I'm right.
I know you're going to keep doing that. It is Ghost Quarter. Oh, that's
cool.
That's a reprint.
Yeah, I like Ghost Quarter.
Okay, so I feel like this game was better when it wasn't just cards that were going to get reprinted. Oh, hey, a list card. So this is not Lord of the Rings at all. This is something else. This is from what? What is that? Plane shift? No.
That's
Planescape? No, that's not Planescape. It's the one I always think is named Plane Shift. It's the one.
It is Plane Shift.
Plane Shift, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like just before I started playing.
This was when I started. I started in Invasion Block, and this was the second set in Invasion Block. But I mostly started with Apocalypse, the set after this, so it was like around that time.
Yeah, and I started around Scourge and mirrored it, like right as the game was changing. Anyway, I guess that's here. Our foil is a foil bath song.
Quick, sing the bath song.
And our rare is an Elrond, Master of Healing.
Okay, it's time for the bath song.
Whenever you scry, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to extra creatures, where X is the number of cards looked at while scrying this way. Whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. That what I call the new quarters with the king and what's his face, the elderly king. Am I right? Got him.
Okay,
Probably.
so it's time for you to do the bath song.
Okay, I'm being told I need to do the bath song.
I pulled up the lyrics for you in case you've forgotten them.
Sing hey for the bath at close of day that washes the weary mud away. A loon is he that will not sing. Oh, water hot is a noble thing. Oh, sweet is the sound of falling rain in the brook that leaps from hill to plain. But better than rain or rippling streams is a water hot that smokes and steams. Oh, water cold we may pour at need. Down a thirsty throat be glad indeed. But better is beer if drink we lack, and water hot poured down the back. Oh, water is fair that leaps on high, and a fountain white beneath the sky. But never did fountain sound so sweet as splashing hot water with my feet.
That part in Lord of the Rings where the hobbits take a break for a while to sing about how majestic shower beers are.
Shower beers are pretty great. Voracious fell beast with full art. That's really pretty still.
Yeah. More birds.
Oh, more birds. We got all of them. Another bird. Okay, so it is. That has to be on purpose. Too bad they only do 2 out of.
Oh! Triple birding it.
Bingo! Ding, 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 ding. We hit the jackpot. Triple bird. All right. This guy. We've seen him already. The Mordor Trebuchet. Here we go. Whenever you attack with one or more goblins or orcs, create a 2/1 colorless construct artifact creature token with flying named Ballistic Boulder that's tapped and attacking. Sacrifice the token at the end of combat. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. We already talked about all the birds, but it's funny we got them all in one pack. Rush the Room. Target creature gets +1 slow until end of turn and gains first strike until end of turn. If it's a goblin or orc, it also gains haste until end of turn. Nice. Eastmark Cavalier. Grizzly Bear with Vigilance, and whenever it deals combat damage to a goblin or orc, destroy it. Nice.
Bird Monarchy.
Westfold Rider. A second destroy artifact enchantment has sorcery like Kami of Ancient Law, but different stat line. And an island. That's it. We're done.
With the halfway point.
We're at the halfway point of the first box of 2. We're calling it. I had a good time with this.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy it because we don't. It doesn't show up often on the channel because we just we both prefer to play paper Magic most of the time. But, we both like playing Magic. In this set, you really like Lord of the Rings. It meant a lot to you, so I'm glad we got to do this. I feel like I learned enough to be annoying. And I feel like
that's the right amount
enough.
to learn.
So,
yeah.
We're going to call it there for the day, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. Yeah. I don't feel like plugging anything else on this. Twitter imploded.
Yeah, so that's cool.
I mean, get on our Discord if you're not.
Yeah.
We do have a co-host. I will be using it more often. I just haven't been keeping up with social media in general until recently for, health reasons. But, yeah, that's it. I hope you had a good day. Go buy the Misericord soundtrack.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.